same bot time, same bot channel. I'm going to send you over to Neil, send you over to Joey. They're going to take you into the close. See you later, everybody.
Thank you, Sharif. Make sure the mic is on. There.
Oh, your mic wasn't on?
Well, you know, time flies.
Time flies.
When you're having fun, the countdown, take you into the bridge or the close. We have some, obviously it's not a ridiculous amount of volume and the market's kind of tying up a little bit. We'll get this one out of the way because INHD is halted to the downside. So halted down 25.37, tap is 24.99, so indicating effectively flat. A bit crazy. I was just telling Joe, like, there was a story yesterday that you could have found out that this was going to open up. And I'm kind of mad at myself for not being ready for it. Because I think if you could have grabbed that halt down, I think it would have been absolutely epic. For sure. We already have a super chat. That was fast. Oh, there we go. Reds over there in TikTok. Thank you very much. Appreciate the gift. Thank you for all of our viewers, wherever you might be. But shout out to the viewers over there on TikTok. Got my chat open up. You got the emoji going on.
Yeah.
I see Mercy Trades in the chat. Reds has sent a couple of gifts apparently, so thank you for those gifts. We appreciate it.
Man, it's been a disastrous day for me on these large cap names. Can't get anything rolling, man. Small cap, we had some more success, but yeah, not a good one here. Full disclosure, guys, as we try one more time. And I think at this pace, Neil, NVDA going to crack this $200 marker. There is a massive supply zone there, but it doesn't even matter because Google's up 6.25. Amazon's still holding on to 15%. So a lot of big things going on there for sure.
Well, I'm in at the half.
You're in. What are you in on?
I'm in at the half.
In on what though?
On Nvidia.
Oh, you're in at half?
Yeah, I'm in at the half dollar.
Okay, so
it double tapped.
But that's what I'm thinking. But there was also some other good signals as well too that I thought would help us out with this short. But it just gets bought right back up. So let's see if this works out here.
Look, my logic is it's Friday. It's $200.
Friday then.
And like that kind of a level is a bit of a wall. So I saw it double tap it and was like, oh, I completely. By the time I looked at it, it was already down here. And when it came back up, I'm like, the first place it stops, I'm going to try to grab it if it's within the 50 cents, and then you give it to that high, and then scalp what we can, try to hold till VWAP and reload, and if 200 breaks, then you're done with it, because a level like that's going to have some size on it too. You know what we're seeing as well, outside of a big level at 200?
Oh, tell me.
We're seeing some updates out of Origenics, Joe. That's ticker OGEN on the NYSE American. The company has activated its phase 2A clinical trial, everybody, in Australia, with its first site fully operational, and patient dosing is expected next. They're developing ONP-002. That's an intranasal treatment targeting concussion and mild traumatic brain injury. That's an area where there are currently no FDA-approved therapies. Alongside that, Origenics has spent the past year strengthening its balance sheet, raising capital, resolving liabilities, and restoring exchange compliance. The focus is now shifting to execution, with clinical progress underway and additional CNS assets under evaluation. Shout out to Origenics, OGN on the NYSE American. Thank you for sponsoring this next portion of the show.
Sean is on there, not
Still got
the boy
Shaky
Joe.
up in there.
Yeah, Shaky.
Because the Brotherhood is on the show, right?
Trying to get Sean. Sean
should blind everybody.
I don't know if he's just listening right now, but brother,
Joe,
it's time.
you got the sweater on, which I feel like I should be wearing too.
Bro,
the good news is I no longer have goosebumps.
I can't, like, if I'm shivering, I can't think straight or operate, and I just get like.
I'm with you, man. I feel that too. Like, a couple of other things, man. I left you with that I was like. That Lucid stinks and we're shorting it, so Lucid stinks and we're still shorting it into the low of the day. And I'm in an SMCI, which is effectively, that's one from the morning, but it just basically came right back into where we were getting out in the first place, did a bit of a turn, so this topping tail, we're looking for the fade. Like everything just seems like we're stalling out a little bit. Oh, Brit saying AMC's going? Yeah, you know what? Throw some names in the chat. I feel like this is the kind of, it's a Friday afternoon. Like it wouldn't surprise me if it's mostly scalp trading and then looking at what's actually moving. AMC's not doing that much. Put the visualizer back up. AMC's not doing anything. FCUV, we know that small capper is a big one. Obviously, Apple gets spanked on their earnings today. We got Nvidia. We're already in that. SPY, Tesla. INHD, that's the one that halted. MGRX, I'm not familiar with. And CYCU, we know that was that small capper that ran yesterday. Man, Micron. Micron. Wherefore art thou, Micron?
Bruh.
This is about, see, for 3% down, this is the nastiest 3% down you're ever going to see. All right? Like, that's, like, that just, it feels much worse than 3%. Like, if you're a Micron shareholder, you're like, oh, goodness, what is happening? Mostly because there was so much buying yesterday, and then the sells have just taken charge. It's absolutely crazy there. Salvador, that's right. You like the Bald Brotherhood team up. Let's look at the smooth side of joining Bald Brotherhood. 0 overhead, max reflectiveness, and 0 friction amongst participants. If I'm being real, it was a happy accident. COVID happened, and you're not supposed to go to your barber, although eventually I did. So I started shaving my head. I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. So why not? Plus, Mother Nature has me headed this way anyway, so that's just how we're gonna roll. And then Joe just joined the party. Randy's gone, but Randy's here with it too. So that's what we're all about. But no, obviously this is it's been a weird day for the market because as much as there's a lot of things that were so strong yesterday that I feel like everyone's like, oh, got excited. The AI trade is back, and then we get that blow up and quite frankly, all of those chip names in the morning, and it didn't really matter to Amazon. Like Amazon said, we don't care, 15% up, great quarter, cloud growth through the roof, and they're cresting that high. And the question becomes, can they bring Nvidia higher? So Nvidia just keeps resisting that first bid, but that 200 level has still got to be the wall. Like when you have a double tap like this at 200, it either breaks that or it doesn't. We said that this morning too. Like above this 200 level, there's a sizable gap fill. And of course, it being a big strike price, we have to respect it as a level. Like the high is actually $200.09 on Nvidia. So for myself, like that's where the stop is going to be. We got another super chat in here, so I want to thank. Oh, it's NC Nikakis. NC Nikakis. Thanks for being amazing, guys. Ting and Nikos from the UK. Hey, we're in the UK. I was just in London. It's been a long time since I've been in England. I hadn't been since I was a kid, and it was fantastic. Oh, I had a great time there. But yeah, let me know where you're from. I got to meet up with Adam DeLuz, one of our viewers, which, by the way, like the dude was super cool. We were supposed to have lunch, and he couldn't. Like traffic kind of messed him up, and by the time he got there, like we couldn't wait. My daughter was hungry, so we were like wrapping up. He's like, well, "What are you guys doing next?" I'm like, "Oh, we're going to the Naval Museum." Yeah. And he's like, "Okay, let's roll."
Oh, just like that.
So he literally just came with myself, my wife, and my daughter, and he just rolled with us to the museum. Like, okay. Like he's hanging out, like he's playing with my daughter. Like we're having so much fun there.
Yeah,
we're taking
that's cool.
It's like so chill, so chill.
All right, that's all right.
Next time he comes down, it's on us next time we come down here. But thank you for the super chat there. Oh, now you're gonna make me smell your food.
What do you mean smell my food? You've had yours already.
Oh, that smells very good.
I took Sean's plate too.
That smells absolutely. Did you take Sean's lunch?
Yeah.
So you're gonna eat 2 lunches?
But see, the thing is though, Sharif's probably gonna steal it in there. He's gonna be like, who isn't in today? And so it's probably gonna get stolen. And I was like, you know what, Sharif?
That's not letting food go to waste. That's not stealing. That's not letting it go to waste.
No, but I wasn't gonna let it go to waste either.
I'm fine.
Right? So I took his stuff. I'm like, hey, you know what, Sharif? Every day I'm generous. I'm kind. I allow you to have whoever's lunch is not in here. Today, because it was tacos, I was gonna take his. So that's fair.
We're pretty blessed around.
Yeah, we are very blessed. We are very thankful.
We're all pretty happy.
You got the corn too. A little char on the corn. Listen, Neil, we're both short. Oh, you're short NVDA 52s. I'm short 99 32s. Let's see, man. It doesn't want to break down just yet, but we are starting to form a consolidative top. I wouldn't be surprised, considering it's been prolonged, that we get a little bit of a wick high above 200 through the supply zone. Because remember, you and I were both looking at this bad boy here earlier today. Look at the volume. Almost that's crazy. Almost like, listen, throughout the options contracting, you'll see millions of contracts traded between SPY, NASDAQ, NVDA, Tesla. Usually the top ones, respectively, have 5 million, 3 million, 2, and so on and so forth as you go down the line. But that's through all strike prices, Neil. There's almost a million, I love that I point at it. There's almost a million contracts traded at this $200 marker at this strike price alone. Right, so 690,000, almost at 700,000 contracts. So there's clearly some big time activity going on at this $200 level.
The easiest way to tell that we're just like real normal dudes that are just traders and not like broadcasters, is I do the same thing.
Right.
I'll be looking at my chart,
and
I'll start pointing at, I'll start doing this.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm pointing at it like this, or I'm like this. And it's like, you guys doesn't even make any sense. You should just highlight it with the mouse or whatever it might be. See, we used to call this the balls can.
Yeah. When Sean's up there,
I didn't miss any spots.
I'm like, Fabian doing Sean dirty when they hit that when they hit that angle.
That's why we call it the ball.
Yeah.
So actually, this is a sad story, somewhat sad. So I'm not making this part up. This is actually true. I found out that I had a bald spot because of the show. We were just doing the show. Yeah, seriously, Adara. We were doing the show one day, and then I think they just flashed that overhead camera, and I looked at my program monitor, and I was like, oh snap, that's happening to me. And I remember going home, and I said to my wife, I'm like, why didn't somebody tell me that I didn't know I had this bald spot.
They were hiding it from you, man.
It was good information. See, the show gives us back, gives back in so many ways, for sure.
Yeah, that's one way. That's crazy. Yeah, very.
You have to look at the positive side of it.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Oh, the chat let me know for sure. They're like, yeah, man, it's gotta go, man. You have to shave it.
You just gotta be proud. Just be proud.
Hey, man, I told you, it's the start of a new chapter. It's a new me. It was a new me the minute I shaved it. I was like, all right. Took a couple of days, but then I'm like, all right. Just like this, the trade here that we got finally slowly starting to work. Yeah, get down. You have a much better price than I do, Neil. But if it breaks 99, I think we can most definitely get some new momentum. New me, same profile pic. Yeah, I know. I need to change that one up. I wear a hat. And Selena's friends were actually making fun of me. They're like, Joe, you hat fishing us? You hat fishing? So that's a new thing now. I don't know if you were aware of that, but
I think, well, I'm pretty sure we are getting new profile pics.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
There was some talk about taking
keep it. But I'm like, I'm wearing a sweater, so Ramin has to do mine. Because he's like, take it off. I'm like, no, I'm too cold right now. So we got to do ours on Monday.
You have the option to like and subscribe. This trade has unlimited upside.
Dang. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, good stuff. What happened?
Wow. Andre. So Joe, you don't have your earpiece in.
Yeah.
Andre just said in our ear, yeah, you had hair there, Joe.
Oh,
Thank you for that observation.
That's
just
crazy.
Before we go back to talking about hair, Nvidia, it just bounced off 99. So for myself, like every 50 pennies or so, I want to see if we can get some out. So we got some at 99. Ultimately, VWAP would be the plan of action, but then 98.5 or you know what, the more I look at this, if it bounces at 70s, that could be a bit of a spot as well. While that's going on, I am also in this SMCI where I'm trying to play this into VWAP. So I got the bids out on VWAP as I don't know if the market's going to fall like an absolute rock.
Fake news.
Oh. What did I just hit? Wait a minute. That's not the button I hit. Hold on a second.
Fake news.
I hit the market red button and that just happened. So apparently my stream deck, what if I hit this button?
So I guess if the market's red,
Okay, that
that's
works.
fake news.
Oh.
I guess that's what's happening there.
No, but I literally used that button like earlier this week and it was the right thing. Okay, so now I have to relabel
You are
that.
fake news.
Are you messing with me, Andre?
Yeah, I think
Hold on
he
a second.
is.
Let me try this one more time. What if I hit the market green? See, now that works.
Hey, relax, guys.
You guys you're playing with me.
Yeah,
you guys
he
are,
is. It's Fabian.
We're being trolled right
They're
now.
eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
Okay. I'm not even sure what to say to that. Joe's eating
Don't be
tacos right
rude.
now. No one's doing any of this stuff. All right? I'm not touching any of these buttons. All of it is just happening, apparently, right now. Okay, it is what
You
it
are
is.
fake news.
But the market is going to the downside as we keep hitting more Trumpisms. Sorry, can't do anything about it. The market's headed lower. Again, I want VWAP here. Pretty much every short is starting to go to the downside. One that has been weak all day long, go figure. The second we get a turn in Nvidia and some of the other chips, Apple, let me just zoom in and so you get a better look at Apple. Apple catches a bid. So the same is true. Market starts, chips start going down. Apple finally catches a bid and starts to recover. Okay, there's a 99 break on Nvidia. It's about time. I'm looking 98.5 next, and then we'll see what happens at that volume-weighted average
There we
price.
go.
We're really starting to accelerate.
Yeah,
Did I get my bid?
listen, I need that one. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Play it again, please. I need that one.
How about this one?
And what's the code?
Emotional damage.
No, we need
that
the
one?
play. No, we play it again, Assassino. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Fabian.
Eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
They're eating the pets. Like it happened one time, and then now
And they indicted me.
now a mass group
Where
of
did
people.
we get all of these from?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Fabian
trying to
working
figure out.
wonders over there. Fabian, send me the code for that one, please, and thank you. They're eating the dogs.
Now you're hitting the Adara thing. See, if you press that button, then I think we're going to.
Now you think you're going somewhere
Now
else.
you're just messing with me.
Oh, yeah, Neil, nice little move here to the downside. 99 flat.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at 99.32s. Let's see if we get any more of a pullback. We talked about the supply zone and the bunch of activity that was happening up in this area. Hey, let's see, man. I think it's going to be a massive question of do buyers step right back in here or we head down to 98 bucks? That's what I'm going to try to hold mine till. One or the other, we get stopped out at the high of the day, or we hit target there. Sorry. I like these tacos. I like that the pickled onions are there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm all about that. So 99, we're going to be buying back all of our positions.
Some people say
98.
cucumbers taste better pickled. You don't know that
Yeah,
one.
I get, but it's just a pickle, is it? Or no?
It's a Dave Chappelle thing.
Oh, okay, no, I don't know that one.
Okay. I want a Chappelle, like we have all these like Trump buttons, and I can hit every button for this, and not have a He-Man button I can hit. I want
got
a
a lot,
clip for
man.
Chappelle's show. There's some things that I
There's
want
none of them. Like,
to get for myself.
it's like you sit down when you remember.
You sit down.
You sit down when you, yeah. The mad real world.
You sit down.
He's like passed out. They steal all his stuff.
I was gonna.
They take his shoes. And
I actually was gonna dress up as Leonard Washington one year for Halloween. Remember the where they do like the swap of like wives, a wife swap?
Yeah.
That one? Leonard Washington, the dude with the cigarette, and he's got the Jerry curl.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yo, that's one of my favorite all-time skits. All right, everybody, because obviously you can see what we're in. The market is trying to bounce. You know what? Why am I not respecting 99 more? Ooh, close above. Yeah, if I can get some 99s, I might take another leg out, get down to about half. But let us know what else you guys might be watching. I meant to do this in the morning show, and then I ended up not, which is throw up a poll. So here's what we're gonna do for this afternoon. Obviously, we've been talking about a lot about earnings names. Okay, like what's gonna happen. Who's going to do the best on earnings, pick your horse, like all this fun stuff, right? We've had just an entire week of like all earnings plays. What I want to do today is say, forget about the stuff that we like. I want to know what is a piece of junk's the wrong way to put it. What disaster do you want to buy? So we got Roblox, we got Reddit. Who else was down big today? What am I forgetting? Coinbase. I don't even know how much Coinbase. Is Coinbase still down?
Apple.
Before I do this. And
Yeah, Coinbase is getting destroyed.
okay, and then well, the problem is if I put Apple on the poll, everyone's gonna pick Apple. I'm not getting, you don't get the choice of Apple. That's not. Just remove that. Okay, so you got 3 choices. Everybody jump into the chat right now. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, hit the subscribe button, open the chat, and then all you have to do is type a number. So, which name are you buying right now because it's a disaster today? Roblox, which you get at the steepest discount, Reddit, which you get at a big discount, but still a discount, or Coinbase, which is probably not as sharp, but not doing well either. So which one do you like?
I was going to say none of the above should be in there.
No,
Okay,
you
so
don't
you
get
have
to.
to?
You have
You
the
have
whole
to?
point is that you've got to make a pick.
It's Reddit then.
I'm forcing you to make a pick. I'm all over Reddit because I think at least with Reddit, we know what they have to overcome. The quarter was good. Everyone's just really worried about the breakup with Alphabet. But everything else was pretty solid. So it's a Google thing, I should say. I shouldn't say Alphabet, I should say Google. Because in this case, specifically, it is an issue with Google. So get those votes in. We'll do something different at 3 o'clock. So I'll leave this one up for at least the next half an hour. Because it's always, like we tend to do a lot of polls that are like the Mag 7 or like who's reporting tonight. So how about today you got to pick. Sia, we all understand that Sia must really love Coinbase. So for everyone that isn't aware, that can't see Sia spamming the chat, Sia has voted for Coinbase. Oh, wow, Coinbase is flying. Why did I put Coinbase in the poll? Look at this thing. Look at that bounce.
But Reddit's winning though. Oh, Coinbase. But it was
look at
the actual
Coin.
stock.
The actual stock is humming.
No, I'm curious as to why Sia would pick Coinbase. Can you put it in the chat?
I would ask Sia why she's picking Coinbase, but she's not at the desk right now.
He told me to stay curious, so I guess that's a good reason.
Oh, D Hood's trying to come at me. Neil, you're not the boss. None of the above. You can write none of the above, but it doesn't count. I don't see. Nothing moves on the poll just because you type none of the above. You type it all you want. So it's just to me, whenever we do the polls, and if you include an option such as none of the above, like, oh, which earnings name are you going for? That's not the spirit. We're trying to gauge, like, hey, what has the strongest sentiment? What has the weakest sentiment?
Yeah.
And right now, the fact that Roblox is down and only gets 10% of the vote. Reddit gets 50% of the vote right now. I think to me that aligns with my logic. Maybe that can tell us something. Reddit's down 20 points right now. That said, it only recently broke the uptrend. And if I turn this into a weekly chart, it'll be pretty easy to see that it's really, if I do this, here, let's go all the way back to the bottom. Now, if I go all the way back to the low, and draw a trend line, anyone not see where Reddit bounced today? Or in front of, at least still bouncing in front? I'm throwing the trend line from the bottom of the IPO, and it hasn't broken that. So like that, I think that's a little bit of a reason why Reddit gets a little bit more, I don't know, more juice for me anyways. Sia just happens to really like Coinbase. That's an interesting one. I don't know. I didn't think Coinbase, 39% of the vote. People don't like Roblox. There's something about it. They think the business is done. I'm skewed when it comes to Roblox. Like, my problem is with Roblox is it's hard to be objective about it when think about it. Like, my daughter is on it all the time. Like, she loves Roblox. So therefore, and then every time like one of her friends comes over, like they'll come inside, and then he'll be like, yo, can I go home and get my iPad? He'll run to his house, come back, and then they're both playing Roblox. They'd be sitting on the couch. Yeah. Like, y'all were playing outside a second ago, and then now you just want to sit there
and play video
in the
games?
same room playing Roblox. And then the other kid from next door, who's a couple of years older, like he'll be like, hey, what are they doing? I'm like, yeah, they're playing. And he'll be like, oh, they're playing Roblox. And then he'll come with brings his laptop over.
All right,
I got 3 kids, one of which is mine, and they're all playing Roblox in the living room.
Hey man, but all with no money.
Oh, none of them have any money.
Exactly, well, that's the issue, right? But that's the issue.
9, 10, 11-year-olds.
None of them have money.
They got their parents' money.
No, I mean, if you're picking Coinbase, you're pretty much placing a bid on Bitcoin. Now, which has the most potential upside from where we are right now? Maybe Sia's onto something here with that Coinbase pick, because if Bitcoin does decide to get rolling and activity does pick up, then by all means, you're going to see appreciation within that stock. Yeah, I am, Jodo. I'm always cold, brother. That's the only reason. I think Reddit might be a little bit of a tough pick as well, too. But with firearm to the head, between Coinbase and Reddit, I would have to go with Reddit in this scenario, because why? We do see growth within the company. They just have an ongoing conflict pretty much with Google here, which can be a massive hindrance. But if you look at Coinbase, activities are down 50%. It's that simple. If Bitcoin doesn't move higher, then there's a 0 chance in Coinbase moving higher as well too, regardless if they get into.
And plus, how are they supposed to get the Clarity Act done? If
they're not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could, because it's not 50-50. You gotta get 60% of the vote, and then the midterms are gonna come around. Like,
it's not happening.
Yeah, there's just a lot that's standing in the way. Like, I feel like if the Clarity Act would pass, we wouldn't be having this discussion. We'd actually get the mid-cycle, like a mid-cycle bounce on Bitcoin could happen if they pass that. But the Clarity Act just simply is going nowhere right now. Everybody here is going to the wall because Adara has a fun graphic for us. Ooh, I see what's up there. Enjoy.
Let's talk.
If you guys want like my whole thoughts on the Clarity Act passage, I would love to give you guys that segment from the desk in a little bit, because I have, as you might expect, like way too many thoughts. So I can definitely go through that in a little bit. Just let me know if that's anything anyone's interested in. But in the meantime, here's today's segment of To the Window, To the Wall, where I pull up an infographic window and we talk about it on the wall. Now, I've been teasing this for the last couple of days. As you guys can imagine, based on the faces you see up here, I had a lot of fun looking at this, because I like to kind of see the different ways in which Congress and the stock market interact. And sometimes those ways are very direct. We literally have stock members, or sorry, congressional members or House members or representatives trading. And whether or not you think this is a good or bad practice, I think it's worth noting you've got 6 individuals here who have taken positions in SpaceX, either them or their immediate families, since the IPO. Now, apparently there's like going to be another round of disclosure soon, so I will probably update this infographic or do a part 2 once we see the new Congress members, if we get any updates here, if anyone has added SpaceX to their portfolios. But let's get right into it. Representative William Timmons, he's the one I think he's by far the biggest position in SpaceX here. It's anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 shares. And keep in mind, this could also be anyone in his immediate family, his spouse or dependents, because that's weirdly how these disclosures go. But yeah, guys, again, pretty big position here for this representative from South Carolina in SpaceX. Then we get to the second tier here. There's a $15,000 to $50,000. John James, representative from Michigan. If this face looks familiar to you, it might be because President Trump was actually on stage with him with that whole GM event a couple days ago and endorsed him for governor. So he is definitely a face to keep an eye on. He's got direct Trump connections. He's also in the Foreign Affairs Committee and another subcommittee on aviation. Aviation, SpaceX. So then you have Dan Muser. If this face looks familiar to you, it might be because he is also in the House Financial Services Committee. So he was in my Kevin Warsh questioning infographic. Anyways, he's up here as well. Again, some committee assignments that are, I would say, slightly of interest. And final tier here, these people whose either themselves or their dependents have invested $1,000 to $15,000 in old Elon Musk's SPCX. You've got Gil Cisneros of California, John McGuire of Virginia, and Jared Moskowitz here over in Florida. So interesting look. I think for all of these, like I said, I think 3 of the 6 here were in that Foreign Affairs Committee. That would include John James and Jared Moskowitz, just off the top of my head. So that, I think, is really going to be of note. And I said with John James and the aviation connection, that's also interesting, given that SpaceX, of course, has some of those connections. So I think this is a really interesting look. I'm curious to see if we get any other disclosures here for other Congress people. But again, these congressmen could be very in or out of the money even more, depending on what SpaceX gives us Tuesday after the bell, which is when they report earnings. If you guys like the content, please check it out on X at TTV Research. This infographic isn't live yet, but it's going to go live on Sunday evening because I post even on the weekends. Also, if you do want me to give like a quick rundown of my thoughts on the whole crypto Clarity Act situation, just let me know in the chat. I would love to. Back to you.
Thank you, Adair. If Nancy's not buying...
Yeah, if Nancy's not buying, yeah, seriously.
I see six people out there that are losing money.
Nancy's gonna buy at the perfect time. So when you see when that's disclosed, that's when you start to get involved.
Of course. Well, the other thing too is I think now at the point, like the more they talk, the more the talk goes toward this potential merger and how it would play out. SpaceX buying Tesla, like with what cash? Like, how are you buying Tesla? There's 2 ways that you're buying Tesla.
You're raised, man.
You're either, straight up. You are using a combination of cash and stock that is mostly stock. And the other way is a figment of your imagination. So there's only one way it's happening.
Did you say?
Being sarcastic. It's going to be, it would have to be mostly stock. So obviously that's going to suck for sure. And you have 2 companies which valuations are not really, I guess,
they're pretty close, man.
Realistic.
Yeah, but if that's what you're getting at, but they're pretty close in valuation. But as from a realistic standpoint, I was gonna say, did you say half cash, half stock?
Well, no, not half. I don't know if it'd be half.
No, I'm not playing. That's Ryan Cohen, baby. Ryan.
It's on the website.
Yeah, it's on the website. Another.
No one's talking about that anymore.
I was looking at that. Yeah, no one's talking about.
GameStop and Ryan Cohen, they're not playing. This is. Like they exercise a bunch of options. Like they hold a boat now. Like they got.
I feel like he's ready to. He's ready to pull
eBay.
He's ready to pull the trigger, man.
He might make it. Like I was the most. I would say on the show I was probably the most skeptical of this whole eBay GameStop thing. But at least I did say I don't think it's a terrible place to be thinking about eBay. That said. What's interesting here is we're actually getting some success with like Nvidia.
Yeah,
everything's pulling back, but look at the NASDAQ. The Nvidia is pulling back decently, but you've caught a bit of a bid here in the NQs. I'm not really sure like what exactly is holding us up in the NQ, but Nvidia, I'm looking VWAP and then I'll be all out of it. Same thing with SMCI. But what's the culprit for, stop me if you've heard this before, we got a little bit of a bounce. Amazon still at the highs. Alphabet's probably still at the highs. My goodness, Google.
Wow.
I know Google's only up 7%, but it's actually the more impressive between Alphabet and Amazon today, because it's just been a stronger uptrend. There's been a lot of sideways action, which makes sense, more profit taking, because Amazon just had their earnings. But it's Google that's really holding up here.
Google is the go, man.
It's the done data.
You know what's funny? When was the last time this name took the throne of largest market cap in the world?
It had it this year at one point. I think all three have had the crown at some point this year. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right. Yeah,
I feel Adara would know the answer.
Yeah, I feel Adara, but if that's the case, maybe. I think you might be right. But who held it the longest throughout the year? I do believe it was NVDA. But let's see. We're gonna send it over to Adara.
Not sure about Google. I would say definitely, of course, Nvidia and Amazon. I think Nvidia had it for quite a while as well before Amazon usurped it. So you guys are talking about the Clarity Act. Some people were asking as well, in the chat about the Clarity Act. So I want to just give a quick update in the Clarity Act. And you guys know me, I like photos. So we're going to look at photos too, because I think it's a little bit easier for me to visualize and hopefully for you all to visualize as well. So I don't know if you guys can see people's faces that well. I do apologize. But so Cynthia Loomis is really the champion of the Clarity Act. She is out of Wyoming. She's a Republican here, and so she really championed the Clarity Act. Another pro-crypto senator to keep in mind here is going to be Bill Hagerty, whose face is just above her. He's out of Tennessee, but this was really Cynthia Loomis's baby. I watched that entire markup hearing where Cynthia Loomis and chair of the Senate Banking Committee, Tim Scott, were really pushing for the Clarity Act to get passed through, but there were some issues that were raised by some of these senators on the Democrat side of this party, including ranking member Elizabeth Warren, about aspects and about certain protections here, things that should or shouldn't be allowed in the act. Now, I remember there were most recently, I guess, some concessions that were coming here, some issues that Angela also Brooks had. I believe Tom Tillis as well had some issues that came up that they had to address. And I guess there he is. I knew he was in this committee. Here he is. So certain senators from both parties had some issues. Those issues were addressed. Everything was put to bed. We thought we were going to get a vote on this a little bit earlier, but then I guess Democrats saw some of the backroom dealings for this bill. They didn't like it. Ruben Gallego had some profane words about it. That got scrapped. Now we're going to fast forward to a couple weeks ago. That was all, in the months leading up to this. Then Bernie Moreno, he goes to Politico. He tells Politico that he and the aforementioned Cynthia Loomis are going to be going to the Trump administration. They're going to be talking. They're trying to get this bill passed. I don't really know what happened there because we haven't had much progress from that. And then we get comments from Cynthia Loomis yesterday. And again, I can't read all of these. Some of them are kind of profane. But she said that it's absurd and she's just tired of being played, quote unquote, that there's all these different versions going around, the House version, the Senate version. No one can agree. So that is the Adara's Cliffs Notes with visuals on the Clarity Act. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. I actually, I enjoy the Senate Banking Committee and listening to these hearings. So if anyone has any questions that I can answer, I'll try my best to do that in the chat. Back to you.
Go 2-1. Thank you there, Adara. You know what?
Yeah.
And that's sort of the thing. I would.
Thank you very much, Adara.
They're eating the dogs.
Outside of SIA, no, just the reality is it's an incredibly tough road to hoe for this bill. That's the long and short of it. But at some point, because I see Sia's miking up, so whenever we do go to the next segment, Sia, when you're done
I
with
got
that,
questions.
No, the question, you have plenty of time to prepare for. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. So whenever you do the next segment, just curious as to why Coinbase was your pick out of the three, which is fine because we got a chance to say why we picked Reddit.
When you tell
I'm just
someone,
curious why.
She's good. She's good at the mind games because she's like, if you tell someone to stay curious, I'm gonna get even more curious. I'm like, why? What is it about Coinbase that you specifically would pick out of those three?
I was giving her time to answer.
Oh, you're giving her time? All right, yeah. Whenever she's ready to chime in.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
KC says CIGL is not really Sigil, but it's Concord International Group. But it just came back to life. See, this is another key that I want. See, now, when a stock does this, right, you're trending down all day and you creep, and then does one of those, I want to be able to hit a button, and then it's the Undertaker. You know when the Undertaker...
Yeah, when the Undertaker wakes up.
Right?
Wow.
That would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Comes back off the mat.
Fabian.
This thing was left for dead all the way back in. Now, all of a sudden, it's picking up a little bit of volume.
It's alive.
The small capper starting to go. I guess FCUV is probably making some waves. People looking at Focus still. Why can't this break out the high, everybody? Every time I pull this up, 17, 17, 17, no dice. Higher lows going into it at some point. Do it or don't do it.
Yeah.
Got places to be.
Ooh.
Arlo's got places to be.
Where you going?
No, it's a line from the
I know, I'm messing with you.
I covered some more SMCI. The market's kind of bouncing here. It's not giving me the complete flush feeling. So and it's the same thing with Nvidia. Like Nvidia's trying to catch a bit of a bit. I'm just parked at VWAP.
Is that where your target is? I was going to ask you that here.
No, well, to me, short in front of 200 is always if I'm shorting in front of an even dollar level in the afternoon, scalp trade.
I was
heavy scalp trade because if I'm planning, I want to have profit because if it does this and goes back to 200, I want to have at least made something so that if I go back and short it again at 200, then I have something to play with.
What are you trailing at? So like where we're at right now, because you almost got a buck.
No, now the trail's here at the quarter. If it gets back to 200, I'm putting a new trade on. I'm giving it back to the quarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at this point,
Zio. Okay, Zio
I
says
don't
above
think it gets back to 200, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the case today. We talked about the open interest. That's most definitely going to come into play, which it is right now. I'm posted up for my full size at 198, so that'll be just a little bit above the volume weighted average price, pretty much right at Neil. I think there's going to be a massive inflection point with this name. If it doesn't crack this support level, then who knows? It could rebound pretty strong. We could also do this, right? So as we get into a little bit of the detail, just find some form of a lower time frame, not some form, but see the data is a little bit different. That's nothing. There it is. What grinds my gears segment here of the day is that you always have to go back in time to get the exact right amount of data so everything is correlating. So if this trend breaks and we sit on the back side of it without snapping through the support system, I'll just trail out. Right, so I mean, it hasn't been a horrible play whatsoever. 199.32s hovering around the lows. 198.50s would be more ideal, but I'll take it for what it is just in case the Momo doesn't pick up here, Neil. But yeah, we went through the mega caps. How are the memory names been performing here today? Did we find any form of a bottom? Are we still down double digits in a lot of those names? We're going to head over to Sia in just 1 second after we look at this, and then we're going to get her take on Coinbase. Lamb Research, ASML still positive. Okay, SanDisk, not so bad, Neil. It was really bad earlier today. Filled up that gap, found its form of recovery, but still a pretty ugly session, nonetheless, considering you're up 5%. Breaking up 180, 198.50, immense now. Sia, talk to us.
I'm going to talk Nova. You want to talk? Thank you so much. Let's take a look at the markets right now. The SPY currently up 0.59%. The triple Qs are up close to 1%. You have the Dow up 0.60% and the IWM down 0.30%. Now, as to why I picked Coinbase, there literally is no reason except the fact that it is out of the 3 worst performings, the best worst performing, if that makes sense. Neil, does that answer your question? Out of the 3 that performed the worst, that is Reddit, Roblox, and Coinbase, Coinbase shares are not as bad as the other 2, and that's the only reason that I picked Coinbase.
But that's actually
what perspective that? Because
no, look at the 3 of them. So this is for everyone that's wondering.
No, but what's the time frame?
No, but look at just today. Look at Coinbase's chart. Look at the chart of Reddit. Okay, so that's Coinbase. That's Reddit, and here's Roblox. So if you were looking at it just today, which one did the market say we're going to buy the dip?
Yeah, absolutely. But if you zoom out, I bet you'd be pretty close between Roblox and
that being
Coinbase.
said, if you don't have a dog in the fight, the market tends to be sometimes pretty smart. So like that's the one that the market dip bought. I can respect that. It's like, look, for me, it is what it is. Like I picked Reddit, and I think if I had to buy one of those 3, I would pick Reddit. Part of that might be framed because I look at Coinbase and I say, well, why not Robinhood?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like why not Robinhood? We talked about this with Roblox. There's other places you can go in gaming that have good charts.
Yeah.
When I look at Reddit, at least I see something that I'm like, okay, well, what's my alternative there? Like there's still at least something somewhat unique to Reddit.
Yeah.
Discord never came to market. I don't even know what.
Zio. Everybody's yelling Zio, man. No, but listen.
What is Zio?
I'll put it. This is my opinion, anyways, right? So it's completely subjective. But what has the most potential upside? I'm going to have to go with Coinbase. Why? Because if Bitcoin decides to go on a rally, you see the coupling and the correlation between both of the names. You'll see some movement within Coinbase as well. So, I mean, if you're looking from a percentage metric, there could be, but we know how the performance of Bitcoin has been as of late. So it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, Bitcoin is currently not the best, but
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. No, it's
well,
not,
you know.
it's not good. Yeah.
Everyone saw that in real time when Sia pulled up the Bitcoin chart.
It's
Was
like, it's not the best. You're right. It's,
you can't lie when you look at a chart. You get the screw face. Like
it's definitely not the
I had
best.
to react live to it.
Yeah.
It's not
see,
great.
tell them how it is. Yeah, it's not good. It's really bad, especially off the highs. Like it's been cut in half, right?
Yeah.
So.
But that's a cycle, right? You get the halving cycle. We're only
and then which is
through.
Coinbase, which is exactly, right? So that's where I think there could be a little bit of an argument there that Coinbase could find some form of a bottom. Now, what is Coinbase? Before we send it back over to the desk, we know that Bitcoin's cut in half. What is Coinbase cut in off of those highs?
Oh, it's got to be close.
It's going to be more, 67%.
67%. Yeah.
So. Once again, I'll quote Joe Exotic for the second time today. You'll never financially recover from that probably. But here goes Zio.
It just hit the Halt band.
Zio did?
Zio just hit the Halt band at 94 cents. I don't see news on this thing, so I don't really have
94 cents.
I don't have a story to tell you for this stock, but it's a penny stock that just picked up volume like 20 minutes ago. And the Halt band is now moved to 97 cents. So it's making a run for the dollar. Maybe there's some kind of a sympathy play. It's an energy company, so Zio Energy. But outside of that, all I can tell you is they're called Zio Energy. It's American, because sometimes people care. 20 million float, almost nothing short. So it's not like it's a big short float. It's not a gigantic float. 20 million is pretty small, but no story. So it just broke the highs. Now the Halt band is at 98 cents, so it just went to the Halt band. But every time it tags the Halt band, it's pulling back. So yeah, big time runner here. Scott says Zio's going to zero. Well, a lot of times penny stocks, that's where they head to. We're heading up to the desk while this thing goes for a halt.
I just have the happening now, the segment that I wanted to do. So nothing crazy here. I know this is something related to money talks, but I'm still going to dive into it because it's pretty recent right now. We'll take a look at other currencies later. But the US dollar is close to session lows against the Japanese yen right now, currently at 158.844. So Thursday's low of 157.96 had been the lowest level that it's seen since May 14th. Week to date, the dollar is currently down 3.3% versus the yen, which is on pace for its biggest slide since it's had since 2024 July. So Japanese monetary authorities have likely intervened in the currency markets this week to prop up the yen. Currently, the pair USD/JPY down 0.44%.
Did you see? Yeah.
Thank you there, Sia.
So Nia and I were just talking about like how do these things get moving, and we're like, hey,
Zio.
Dude, did you? I think Adara might have seen this. The Tim Sykes episode of Below Deck. I don't know. You probably didn't see that.
No, but I love Below Deck. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you would not like Tim. You would not like Tim
I'm sure
Sykes.
he's like horrible to the
You know what he did? So he had this stack of cash. At the end of your trip, you tip the boat, right? He had a stack of cash, removes half of it, gives them this half and said, we would have gave you more if the Wi-Fi was a little bit better, and then gives them the half a stack of cash. Oh. Yeah. I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy.
I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut when it comes to Timothy Sykes.
Yeah.
I'm not the same.
No, even literally though, on the tip thing, I've seen someone give someone a tip of 10 cents. Like,
on Below Deck?
10. No. But I'm just saying, like, since we're on the topic.
Oh, yeah. You work in the industry.
10 cents, and the girl just gave it back to the customer, and he got so pissed because he was like, how the hell did you give me back my money?
Yeah.
But she was like, I'd rather you have your 10 cents than me have your 10 cents. And I was like, that's great.
Wow.
You could tell a lot about somebody. Actually, one of the easiest ways to quickly gauge someone's character is how do they treat people in the service industry? I'll be straight up. Like, I don't know. We'll move back to this stock in a quick little second. But like my ball team, when I used to play, we'd go to the bar after the games, right? You play on Sunday, we go out to the bar, and we had a couple new guys on the team one year, and I'll never forget, like, new dudes, they played well, but we're at the bar, and this guy is so rude, like, and we're at the same place all the time too. Like, we're in the same bar. And this guy was just like so rude to our waitress. And from that point on, this guy's not playing with us next year. I don't care what he does in the field. Like, he's just a douche.
Yeah.
And like, it's not happening. And he was a really good ball player. And then it was like that. And so like the first time we're at the bar, and then all of a sudden throughout the year, you could just see it. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, maybe he isn't that nice of a guy. And then by the end of the year, he did a bunch of other stuff
that
just made it obvious. But that was the easy tell. The first time we went out to the bar, it's like, wait a minute.
His true colors came out.
That dude ain't right.
Shout out to True Colors.
I'm not gonna. I would never say any names. But just that ZO stock, the tap is saying $1, so it's still halted. The theoretical auction price is indicating a $1 open, and it should open up in about a minute or so, everybody. So $1 tap, about a minute until it opens up again. I mean, other stuff is still doing all the same. Like Nvidia has now just started to go sideways. So it wasn't kind of dead right about here. This kind of pull back to that $0.50 that we wanted. But if it breaks, it's breaking trend now. I should maybe tighten this. I don't know, I'm already at the quarter. I'll give it back.
No, I'm in the same thing, though. I was thinking about the exact same thing. I was thinking about just taking it off here, just in case, because it has broken trend. I like that point. We're on the backside of it without having that breakdown through 198.50. I thought that we would get VWAP at one point. But yeah, when it comes to the tip game, man, depends on, again, I always leave it tip. It doesn't matter, especially with the maids. When you're going.
Well, you don't have to be a big tipper. Just treat with respect.
Exactly. All right. $10 super. Hit the O Canada here. Neil, I don't have that one there.
Let me, I got it.
We got 10 snow pesos here. All right. Hello,
Mr.
Trader.
Robbers.
Yeah, Mr. Robbers. What's going on? Hello, Trader TV folks. Rare day to watch you all day. I'm enjoying our holiday. Been trading IonQ since about an hour after the open. 10 good trades, scalping 12 to 15%, one bad that lost 10%. Love the show. No, we love you. And thank you very, very much. And congratulations. I'm glad that you had some good opportunities and some good trades when it comes to the quantum space, because I actually was bashing it not too long ago. I'm like, everybody's forgot about it right now. Remember when we were trading RGTI and the QUBTs, the QBTSs of the world and the IonQs?
Because they all got smoked.
They all got smoked.
Reality hit them.
Glad that you had the ability to take advantage of that.
That being said, like IBM's a tough one in the software because it got hit, and of course they had that quarter. But that's a name. The CEO even just came out and said, "Hey, look, it's going to be a material difference. Quantum's going to be a material difference to our bottom line by 2028." Like, so to me, that's the one. Candidly, I do own like home run, goes to zero or home run shares in QBTS. But IBM, to me, outside of owning a boatload of like Alphabet is probably one of my top 3 holdings, like a lot of people. But I know IBM is the one I'm buying on dips for that play. Just one thing on IonQ, like look at this. You can absolutely, like the thing is, so keep this in mind. When you talk about scalping in that successful day, this bottom is 35.8. This top is about 36.5. That's 70 pennies on a $35 stock. That's 2 points. That's 2%. Right now, if you trade Nvidia as a $200 stock, 2% on that is $4. So this is giving you like a scalp trade, like there to the top. You could then reshort it. You can then scalp the long, and you're just getting back and forth, 2 points, 2 points, or maybe like 1%. See, I did that pointing thing again instead of just pointing here. And then you get the 1% there, but then you're getting 2 points there. Back and forth, back and forth. And that's one of the things we talk about. Like if you're real trading, or if you're a trader that has the ability to make multiple trades and not just sit in one, that's how a lot of traders will make a little bit more, by taking advantage of the range and maybe executing a little more often in scalp trading, as opposed to needing to hold it. Because a lot of traders will take advantage of something like that. So shout out to you and good luck. Well, enjoy the long weekend, Mr. Robbers, because if you're in Canada, it's a holiday on Monday here.
It is?
Yeah, it's a civic holiday,
right.
man.
Wow, it's Caribbean a long weekend.
We're here because the U.S. market's open. We're here.
Crazy.
We don't miss.
We don't miss
a stream. We're not going to miss a stream. But it's a little housekeeping. What?
Oh, Adara.
I'm not even sure how that tied in at that moment. It's just music. It was literally a Canadian holiday.
I can get behind that.
I don't even know what it's called. I think it's literally just called Civic Holiday.
Yeah. It's a civic holiday, man. Shout out to
I heard it described as August long or
August long weekend.
But I don't know whose day it is or whatever.
No.
I got a beef with them. Like there's a hero somewhere. There's somebody that gave their life for something. Somebody it could be named after. It's kind of like we just made one up for Family Day because we wanted to have a holiday the same day as the U.S. was closed in the winter.
Yeah.
So they just we'll just call it Family Day because we can't think of somebody.
But it's not Family.
We've been around for
the other one. Yeah.
He's been around long enough that we could come up with somebody to honor for.
Yeah, I'm sure we could.
We
could just Google something and
Civic
come up with
holiday. Anyways,
a name. Yeah, I mean, Canada is owned by King Charles, says.
No.
Okay, all right.
Get out of here.
All right. Listen, Neil, this was all fun and games. Yeah, I hit the fail on the Masters, you know. Look, Neil, I mean, I think do you have some?
What? No, I was just giving the
the Mutombo, no.
finger wave.
Yeah, so this was all fun and games until it wasn't. A big recovery here, trend line break. Neil, I think that was our green light to get out of this bad boy because now we're starting to pull back here pretty aggressively.
I was just about to move my stop.
I know, it's crazy.
Right,
so let's see if we get it.
I should have already moved this.
But with this pace, man, yeah, the market's still hovering around the highs. Like the SPY's at the high of the day. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing now. We'll just take it all.
Come to my chart for a second. Well, you have it up as well.
I got it all out. Yeah, I took it all out. Like
when it was doing this, see that action? That's where the trailing stop needs to move to here, and then you save yourself 30 pennies on the last out. Like why? You don't need to lose the extra 25, 30 cents to try to make this. Ideally, yes, you're trying to get another dollar out of the move, but let's be real for a second. You got to listen to what the market is telling you, and then I look up and remember, all right, so what's SMCI doing? Okay, that's not as bad. Like I took some out here and then I moved my trail down there to 31, so I think that one's okay. It's really looking for VWAP on that boy. Oh, and I do have that lucid position. Remember the lesson of the day? I kind of made the lesson of the day. Well, if you're looking for a continuation short and everything stopped and started bouncing, there's always something which is continuing to fall. The answer to that question was lucid, so I've been picking on these guys this week. But lower high break, hit the low bounce, lower high, did the topping tail, enter, short, low of the day. This one I'm not getting out of. We're going to hold this one because, and I was saying this during the lesson, like it has this false break. So this is going at least back to almost break even because I still think there's a chance that it could really lose the bid and do like a nasty, nasty drop. So I want to hold on to this for a little bit more. But yeah, that Nvidia should have probably gotten out that last piece a little bit early, but it is what it is. Zio, sorry everybody. Sometimes when you start hyping something up, that's when the top happens. It opened when another 10 cents or so got to $1.10, now halted to the downside. Remember, this didn't even have any news on it. And there's a reason why, like I'm not getting involved. Because something just starts randomly running on no news in the afternoon, I'm not trying to get involved in that like potential pump and dump. I prefer if there's like an actual reason for it to be squeezing if you're going to try to buy
What was the reason?
Let's go back to Adara.
And keep an eye here on Redwire. This one popping to the upside. Apparently, Space Force is establishing a new $981 million contract vehicle to develop testing and trading infrastructure. Sounds like RDW could be eligible. So this one pushing to the upside. And also, yeah, on that Zio group, I checked on social media. We had a couple mentions from today, and then the last mention before that was like in July, and then it was in June. So this thing gets like once a month, a couple mentions. This is super light. This is not the type of social media attention you usually see on one of these genuine runners with news. So keep that in mind as we send you over to Sia.
Thank you. The IWM is currently down on the day, 0.30%. Let's take a look at two individual tickers here. FCUV, yeah, this shocked me too. FCUV, that's up closing to 600% on the day. Focus Universal has announced a deterministic AI farms auto-populate engine and introduced a quote-unquote new era of autonomous business document processing. So the ticker is currently up. Yeah, it's over 600% now, 634% on the day. AXTI, that is AXT Incorporated, has reported second quarter 2026 non-GAAP earnings of 19 cents per share. That's beating the consensus estimate of 7 cents by 171.43%. So the company recorded a loss of 15 cents per share in the year-ago quarter, and revenues have surged 164.8% year-over-year to $47.6 million and surpassed the consensus mark of $34 million by 39.41%. So AXTI is up 31% on the day.
Yeah, winter season.
Yeah. We're almost in the power hour. No small cappers running. FCUVs run out of steam. That Zio, you just saw that Zio was halted down. Nvidia, maybe it gets back up to 200, because at this point, after it got us out, like I'm just waiting for it to get to 200. And maybe make a test at that high again. I don't really feel like going into I don't want to buy the dip to run it into 100, 200. And I'm not really seeing a re-entry. I can just hold on to the other two shorts. So my question is, what are you guys watching? Like, What are we looking at here? Intel's done nothing today was one of the points. Kuzi says, add the oil stocks, they're just going up, and so are the oil stocks might be going up. So here's what we'll do. USO's not doing anything because it got kind of tanked at about 10:30 or 11:30, and then a bit of a bounce back. Remember that we had reports from XOM and CVX this morning. They both make a lot of money. That is true.
They're eating the dogs.
Both of them are pretty solid. They're probably not getting enough credit for Venezuela and the positive effect that'll have for both of them. More so right now for CVX, they already have a president, but XOM will be there too. That'll be a couple of years from now. But really, like, they've been performing really, really well. Like, look at, technically, it doesn't get any better than that off the 200-period moving average. And this chart just is screaming for, I'm just XOM here for Randy. Like, that chart already did this channel break. So, right, you broke this down channel, and now you're consolidating. If it holds that consolidation post earnings, now obviously this is going to presume that USO continues, or oil continues its upward trend, or at least doesn't crater. This is a good chance for a breakout. But you do have to wonder, does that matter if this was just a double top? We get good news over the weekend. Maybe there is a real ceasefire, and all of a sudden the straits open up, and we're crapping ourselves back down to 100 on USO. Then all of a sudden none of that matters on the energy. It's not gonna matter on XOM. It'll still you'll still want to buy the dips maybe because it's a good name in the future, but the short term gets kind of muggy. It's a great looking setup, but it's not like that same technical setup happens somewhere else, and you're not worried about as much on the outside. Like, you're just a headline away. Every single day, you're a headline away from blowing up a technical trade. And that's the problem with trying to swing trade those.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I was going to ask you this, Neil. Like, what are we thinking about this potential re-entry on NVDA? So what I can use now is that we take this little bit off. If it cracks this 199.40 level, then we're just out of dodge on this bad boy, I think. So at the lows, curl over here, failed high. I like our chances of coming back and retesting this zone. Hence why I'm in this position. Now I have to do our boy Luis Valencia a favor. He's like, hey Joe, man, what do we think about Pepsi? No, he's saying, oh, who?
Oh, I see it.
No, yeah, he's asking us about Pepsi if we think it has the ability to break 140. Listen, there's clear resistance zone and you have a channel down, right? So if you just do another candle on the backside of this, you have this channel that has been formed on this name. Once you're on the backside of this channel, then you might be free roaming. But 140, you're at that level right now. So if a retest up here or it breaks down and heads back into the lower end of that range. So just keep an eye out on that one. There it goes, Neil. A nice little move here on NVDA back to the downside on that failed new high. Lewis, listen, I think you're sitting pretty in Suntan City, especially if it breaks and continues on the trajectory that we're currently on right there. And
you just made that up now, or that?
No, I've always been saying that.
I don't think I've heard you say that.
I've said it, dude, so many times.
Yeah,
I'm sitting pretty in Suntan City. Now, where Suntan City actually is, I truly have no idea. Maybe that's subjective.
You know what I like to see?
What?
I'm gonna throw this up here. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
It helps if I actually press the button.
Okay.
It's like you don't get a fill if you don't put an order out there. I literally tried to put that up without actually pressing the button that made it do it. Bizzle Rizzle. First of all, I would put this comment up just because your name is cool. Sometimes I think that's just enough. You used our video posted 10 days ago about the orb trading plan. You ChatGPT'd your own indicator for alerts and stuff in TOS and in NinjaTrader. Today it worked insanely good or well. Thank you guys.
So, Biz.
First of all, thank you for viewing. One thing I will say is when it comes to trading, it's really never about this is I'm in it here and this is my out and whatever. I'm literally on a stock that I'm not even in right now. So let me just actually move to something that we're actually trading just to make the point. Like, it's not about, oh, I'm in here and this is my stop and this is my take profits, because everyone is trying to develop their own thing. It's really more about, like, what's the reason that you liked it? The double top, Friday options expiration. Zoom it out to the daily. It's a big resistance level. Scalp trade because the trend is to the upside instead of trying to hold it all. Like, it's the mentality behind and the reasons why you're doing what you're doing. That's where someone might say, oh, that piece of what you're doing makes sense to me for my strategy, or this aspect of it, and not the whole, oh, this is everybody be short this at this price, because there's no real value in that, because you can't really copy trade no matter what you try to do. It's not really a valuable thing anyway. So I'm glad that people learn, because I learned, like, I've been doing this for way too long, over 20 years, which just ages me. That's why I shave my head now. And one of the things I found over the years is constantly I'll have conversations with traders, or we'll have poker nights, and like something gets said, it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Or like I'll be trading something, and then I'll have a conversation with one of the algo guys, ended up trading the same thing, and then maybe I missed something, and they're like, oh, did you see this? And did you look? It's like, oh, yeah, that's pretty smart. I'm an idiot. Should have noticed that. Whatever it might be, you just learn from other people, and you learn from mistakes as well. And I think one of the most valuable things about the program is you can see, like when we try to go over what we could have done better, did right or wrong, that's the best place to learn. It's like, oh, why did I get out here? What could I do better next time? And maybe you learn from other people's mistakes as well. That's why you have such a fantastic community. The market is trying to make a little bit of a bounce. I can see Nvidia is still going down, so that's probably still good for you there. But we're now in a power hour. We're going to go up to SIA and come back and see if the market has another leg up.
The SPY is currently up very close to 0.70% for the day. Let's take a look at what is moving, what is not, and what's going on. Electric technology, you have Nvidia that's up 2%. Apple continuing to slide just like Meta did when it reported, down 9.15%. AVGO, AMD, RTX, Dell flat in the sector. MU is also joining Apple hand in hand, down 4% on the day. INTC is up 2%. Cisco's up INTC close to 2%. Cisco's up 2%. GE is up 1.6%. But KLAC, Annette, and MRVL not doing bad on the day. They're all up 5%, KLAC up 3.4% here. Let's take a look at tech services. You have Google that's up over 6%, close to 6.5%. Meta up 2.3%. Microsoft up 2.3%, close as well. Oracle up 1.3%. Netflix down on the day 2%. Palantir and IBM are a flat outlook over here, but you do have APP down 3.2%, PANW that is up 1.8%, and FTNT that's up close to 4.5% on the day. Finance here, you have a bit of flatness in Visa, MS, EXP, GS, and BRKB, but JBM, BACC, and WFC just slightly above in the green mark. MasterCard sliding a bit towards the downside, and Robinhood's up almost 2% on the day, as well as APO that's up 3.5% on the day. Retail trade, you have Amazon. Great results over there. We all saw it, up 15%. Stock is also doing pretty good today. Walmart just turned flat. Costco, Home Depot, both flat, but TJX sliding towards the downside at 0.84%. Producer manufacturing, pretty good look for AMAT and ETN here. ETN's up 7.5%, but CAT and LRCX up 1%, and GEV also up 8%. Energy minerals, you have XOM that's sliding a little bit with that miss that we saw in EPS that's down 1.5%. CVX that also reported today up 2.1%. And consumer non-durables, utilities. In consumer non-durables, you also had CL that reported pre-market today, but it's trading flat, so nothing crazy going on over here. Consumer durables, you have Tesla that's up 0.5%. Health tech, you have Lilly, J&J. Lilly's down, J&J's up almost 1% on the day. ABBV also sliding down 2%. MRK up, but a bit flat, I would say, just tilting towards the upside over here. But also one name in this sector that's a region, REGN, is up 2.3%. And Myrna also reported earlier today. Just want to check what it's doing. So they reported $1.97 net loss per share. Myrna down, sliding close to 4%. Consumer services, you have McDonald's up 0.6% here, while all the other names a little bit flat in this sector, a little bit of a mixed sentiment. WBD is up close to 3%, and CHTR up close to 3%. Other industries like process, industrial, commercial, as well as transportation and non-energy at that and distribution, bit of a mixed sentiment, nothing crazy going on here. Health services, however, UNH is down close to 1%.
Thank you very much for that, Tia. Yeah, Salvador, man, let's see if this is going to continue to work. Great question here, Medical Meatball. Neil and Joe, headed back towards both of us. What, Meatball?
Medical Meatball?
Yeah, I like that. Hey, man, stay away from some of the synthetic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. All right. With 1 billion SpaceX shares incoming next week, thereabouts, why not short now with demand being weak and the trend being down? I don't know. Did you want to start this one off? I just don't. I'm a long. I'm in
You
this
like the
long. I'm
Well-
in the long. No. From intraday is a different story. I'm an owner of this.
Yeah, well,
so
I-
that's why I wouldn't be shorting SpaceX here.
I actually don't have a particularly good reason for it. Like I shorted a lot, basically mostly short stuff all day today, but for whatever reason, just not SpaceX. Like at SMCI, had Nvidia, had DRAM, just was looking everywhere but SpaceX.
Oh my God!
Again, don't have a very good reason. It doesn't really make a heck of a lot of sense.
If anything,
I think it's a
buying,
short-term short. I still think the trend is obvious here, up in at least until earnings and the lockup expiration. I still think this stock is an obvious short. Now I don't swing trade. I've never swung anything short in my life. I only swing trade to the long side to the extent that I do. So personally for me, it's just coming in every day as a day trade, then looking for the short until it stops working. Next week we get a flat bottom break. It's not really a flat bottom break, but whatever. It breaks this low. It's kind of. It only tagged this support once at 107, but we're gonna get another close. Well, I shouldn't knock on wood because nobody wants it to close under 110 if you're long. But we're gonna get another close underneath 110 bucks. This stock wants to test 100 next week, and it probably does so at or before earnings. And then after the fact, and we say earnings with a quotation, like air quotes around it, like what earnings? When they give their report. When they give the report.
Instead of earnings, we should just call the future reports instead of earnings, capital expenditures.
Yeah.
just go out with that. Yeah, you know, that's gonna be the thing looming around.
Well, isn't it funny that like when a company loses money, they still call it an earnings call?
Yeah, that's I think. Yeah, the loss call.
I used to find that jokes when Intel spent like a few years losing money, and you're like, earnings call. They haven't had earnings in a while. It's been multiple quarters here. Like last time, there was one point where like Intel was like losing money for so many quarters in a row. It was like literally the last time they made money in a quarter, I didn't have a ball spot. And I remember thinking that to myself, like, that's not a good look. They better start turning around. And thankfully they did. Proud Intel shareholder. All right, so we're heading back down here. I think we're.
Yeah, but you're in SMCI.
I held the other two and did not get back into Nvidia. So good luck back into Nvidia.
Yeah.
I just trailed out of this one thinking this was the strong one. Obviously that wasn't true because now it's going to get down to VWAP. Oh, that's right. My market red thing doesn't work because it does. I can't hit that because it does this. What?
I hit that one again. Someone was just knocking.
Oh, see, you know what? I have a button that now just does random stuff.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh, so whatever the last thing that was done on the stream deck, that's what that button does. That's good to know.
Oh, that's a disaster.
There's an oldie. No, I should have done. Usually, okay, that means someone's supposed to put the glasses on.
Yeah, we have them on. Hit it again, We'll do it.
I didn't hit anything. I didn't do anything.
Oh.
I'm not pressing any buttons. This is
it's
happening.
Fabian it. It's Fabian. No, it's Assassino this
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah, you know when things get started.
Assassino's got it going on.
Dude.
Absolutely
why they call it earnings call? Oh,
what?
See, you trick us every time they hit that. We think someone's gonna chime in. No, I know, but that's the thing. We looked. Someone hit that, and we think that you guys are gonna chime in. Listen, Jeff Jones, $2 sub, JJ. The SpaceX. Do people call you JJ? I wouldn't be surprised. I used to have a friend. Anyway, SpaceX shorty guy isn't on right now. That's why. Oh, Katina man. Yeah. I guess that's why it's not going down. But hey, I'll buy a little bit more. It's been a horrible ride, obviously, within SpaceX. Honestly, Neil, I don't know what the narrative is going to be on this thing. I don't think the street's going to like the report. With that being said, who knows? Obviously, anything can happen. But I think this stock takes a lot longer to turn around than what we are anticipating.
Yeah,
it could be like a Tesla 2.0 where we're just investors are waiting and just remaining forward-looking within the name. It only has Starlink and XAI really supporting.
I think that's important to remember. Like the Tesla story, like think of how it took a while here. Let's go.
Has it fully panned out though? Is the Tesla story complete?
No, but Tesla's already out in front of itself.
And has been, and well, it has been.
I don't know, 3 months. Maybe just
with the projection of AV. And it's funny, I keep referring back to this one specific.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, with this one specific clip with Dan Ives on CNBC. It's Yorkville Ives now, not the old Wedbush Ives. He's saying that stating that shareholders are getting tired waiting for Tesla. But I said, hey, you've waited. If you've been in this name for X amount of time, you may as well continue to wait because he's closer to mass production of the autonomous vehicles and robotics than he's ever been, really.
That's true. But the other thing with Teslas, remember way back in the day when everyone said they actually couldn't even make a vehicle?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't pull that off.
I wish I did.
It's going to be hard to see, but this was, there's been splits, but it was the equivalent of 25 to 12 and got cut in half. And that was nasty. It's done that, and it did that a couple of times on the way. So the story, like the SpaceX is still pretty early, and everyone's sort of betting that it can do this parabolic. The thing against it is, well, Tesla didn't come out as one of the biggest market caps in the world.
No, it didn't. That's the thing.
That's the difference. That's why SpaceX might be nasty for a minute.
Big time.
That's the problem, because this is it's completely unique to any IPO that you have ever seen. Like you don't see this. One of the largest market caps in the world, and you don't really have any earnings to justify it just yet. And now on top of this, you're talking about combining both companies together. So there it is.
Dude, Tesla came out at like a couple $2 billion, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, versus we're talking a trillion.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I need that one. Every time Shaky says something. The animation. Anyway, is this thing like in memes these days, or like the short clips that people have on YouTube Shorts or whatever? When someone says something wild, they just have like this in the background.
Oh,
it's kind of like a bang. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do that. So that's what.
We need that one.
Yeah, we do need that one. What were we gonna look at, Monty G? SpaceX. What were you asking me again on this one here, brother? Do the options show anything long or short? Great question. Let's pull that up, man. You know what? We should have been, the whole time we were talking about it, Neil, we should have probably brought up SPCX and taken a look at what we have on the options chain. And you know what? To add to your point, Neil, you're like, hey, this is something like no other that we've seen until probably Anthropic comes to market. But it was the exact same nature and the exact same narrative, I should say, within the derivatives market. It flew to the top of the options volume just like that. That's why they released options so quick.
Yeah, right away.
Like right away, pretty much. So
crazy.
115, there's a little bit of a supply zone, guys. Those will be expiring worthless at this point. As for a base, 105 maybe, but I just don't think that's going to hold this stock up, especially after the release point. Also, just because you have that float, all those locked up shares, doesn't mean everybody's going to sell, right? You might have some people who hold on to them. A lot of people probably will, but it's just that the people who are going to offload them. Yeah, exactly.
Like that's one of the things that's interesting about the lockup is we still have some time. Like, what if we were saying 80? It's now seeming a little bit less like that was probably too overly aggressive. I remember when we lost 150. At that moment, I felt that by the time we got to earnings, we might be at the 80 level, but it doesn't seem to want to break down too hard. You could be at 90, 95, whatever, just kind of looking at the chart and the speed at which it's going down. But it might have pulled back so far that a lot of people look at that opportunity to sell and say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to sell here. Now they're just going to hold. Mm-hmm. I think you might find a situation where the first hour after the lockup that morning is not what you're expecting. And I remember coming into the ARM lockup without an open mind. And the day that it was like the lockup expired on ARM, and I remember it might have been Obi on the show and not Sean, because I feel like it was a conversation with Obi, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be the greatest sell opportunity ever. And I was just sitting there waiting for it to break the low of the day. Like, once it breaks low day, I'm just going to punch short. And then it just didn't do it. And, of course, you should have been willing to go long. Let's go to Adair. We have some breaking news.
Integer Holdings looks halted here. ITGR. This name went from $101 to $112 after the Wall Street Journal reported that KKR is nearing a deal to take the company private. So, again, potential take private deal in focus here for ITGR. just for the heck of it, we'll take a look at KKR, though I doubt it's moving on this. A little bit of an uptick, nothing too crazy. ITGR, though, is the ticker for that name that just halted up and could be being taken private. Back to you.
I can see that happening worldwide.
See that actually. So possibly being taken private or a possible buyout, and after 3 o'clock, stock halting on news like that, it just triggers for me because I remember when Southwest had news like that and I got caught going long, and then it didn't know. So they halted it for good. Like, so they did this. It was the same thing. Like, it halted here, then it reopened, and it kept blasting. So you're trading it to the long side in the afternoon show, and then it closed again and halted again at like 3:30 or 3:40, and didn't open up until the next day.
What was the?
And then there was no deal, so basically just gapped down, and then I got smoked because I was forced to hold it overnight. So I'm not touching these things with a 10.
What was the most recent stock that got delisted?
Delisted?
Yeah.
Like stocks get delisted all the time.
But it was just like gone. The first one that I remember seeing is like one day it was trading, the next day it wasn't. Was SVB. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Silicon Valley.
Who was the last company that?
Who was it? I bet you the chat knows.
There was that small capper that got randomly.
Under the 5, yeah.
There was one literally like a week or two ago that everyone was all over, and then all of a sudden it went delisted like the next day.
No.
We'll see. I don't know.
Big name. Yeah, it might have been Spirit. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe one day it'll be Lucid.
Yeah, exactly.
The stock just keeps on dying. All right.
Sam Bankman-Fried.
Bottom here.
Sam Bankman-Fried.
I know. It's all right. The target on Lucid is $7.25. I'm just looking at this level. Maybe it's these guys. I don't know.
Think that.
You know the interesting thing about Sam Bankman-Fried is like a lot of people almost everyone got their money back.
So far, yeah.
It's not like a Madoff. People got paid, which is weird. Still, I mean, it is what it is, but it's an interesting situation that people got paid.
No, it is. My cousin's fiance actually had a bunch of crypto in FTX, and it scared him like completely out of the market because he obviously lost all his money. And our good friend of the show, Kevin O'Leary, Sam, where did the money go?
Yeah.
Where did the money go?
Well, you know where it went.
Shout out to Bahamas. Yeah, well, I know where it went. Do you know where it went?
Well, I mean, we were trading with client funds.
Yeah, and what else were they doing with it, Neil?
Well, there were, condos here. What was a condo? It was like a house.
Like penthouses and crazy parties and all that stuff.
Living that life.
Old Wise Trader, let's see what you got going on. Yeah, much appreciated. Stating, Old Wise Trader, he thinks we see another 10% down. I wouldn't disagree. Like, I think there's a good opportunity for that to happen. Joe, I've been trading for 38 years, made millions, lost millions. Type of guy, man. And it looks like from your profile picture, you still have a full head of hair, man. That's crazy. I don't want to know what will happen to me if that's the case. But CNBC on mute, you're my go-to to keep me in sync with markets. Yeah, much appreciated. Very kind words, most definitely. See, look, that's why we got out at the trend break. Neil, look, the momentum in the volume really starting to pick up some steam here. It does look like we're going to break this $200 marker at this point, guys. That's why we got out, right? So we had the initial short, bounce back, re-engaged the short, and then sure enough, 198.50, we get out. Yeah, and then now it's just going off to the races once again here.
Okay, so was that just a trend break to get out?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I got out.
Oh, that's such a great long.
It would have been a great long, but that was an out for me from the short. And look at the momentum really start to pick up on this bad boy as we steam through.
Crazy.
Let's actually do this right now, okay? This is going to be...
What is going on?
This is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go over to that $200 strike price on the options chain because the volume is really picking up. Look at it going nuts right now. This thing's going to hit 1 million contracts probably at some point. There might be something going on. Let's pull up the advanced chart here, ladies and gentlemen, and look at the contract itself. Dude, from 315, look at this, 315... all the way up to where we're at right now, 700%. Trav, man, for real, I hope you're cleaning that up. But this is a contract that was coming from, I mean, it was going to expire worthless from the depths of hell. And then sure enough, bang, a massive run through right there. So a lot of people might be closing those positions. And I talked about 1 million contracts here at this $200 marker. Man, that might happen, but before the end of the day, we still have an hour left.
Well, that's
45 minutes, sorry, I should say.
Yeah, it's near the end of the day.
Yeah.
Getting to 200 and holding 200 are two different things. That's an absolute crazy run. Like that exit, it's like it picked up on volume. The reason why we thought there might be news is just showing you guys the volume spike. Like it was very different from the last time that it bounced. Like this is so different. It was going to continue doing this kind of volume is a real question. I want to see if the volume's going to hold up here. I did get out of SMCI thankfully because that's probably like on sympathy that's going to start going. Once that volume picked up, it's like, let's get out of that sucker.
Update.
For sure. Nothing yet, Adara?
Nothing yet. Yeah, interesting, but definitely some volume stepping in across the board here in the overall market, helping the SPY and the Nasdaq climb to new intraday. No, only the SPY is at intraday highs, I should say. Not so much here on the Nasdaq, but yeah, some crazy stuff going on right now. Maybe we can find it out momentarily and see what we got going on. Adara will probably get the news before I would and before it was pulled up here, but yeah, there it is. Look at the volume step in.
Yeah, Casey, so just first thing, thank you for the super chat, asking for the tap on ZTG.
I sent it to her.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's $10.88. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where a stock halted down and then had a theoretical auction price
that's crazy.
That's that much higher. But it legitimately is $10.88 is what it's tapping right now.
Dude, that's a short. Yeah, it's $34.
Now it says 30. Now it says 34.
Man. What the heck?
What is going on here? No, just so you guys, I want you guys to actually. I'm not making it up. This is not actually fugazi.
Hit the cats and dogs.
It is $34 is the tap. I'm not making that up.
Holy.
The dogs, they're eating the cats.
That doesn't feel like it should be real. Anyways, back to Nvidia. Nvidia is still screaming. This is going crazy.
Yeah, it's going nuts.
Now let's go back to Adara at the desk.
So I was looking at social media here. Some people think that this NVDA move is just end of the month. You know, we're heading into the close. It's the last day of trading of the month. People just buying up NVDA, trying to push it above that $200. I was seeing some descriptions of it as window dressing. So, you know, trying to look a little bit better before the month ends. But I still don't have any news on this. And believe me, I have been checking. The social media attention, though, is rampant. We're going to send it over to Sia.
Let's take a look at the money markets right now, starting with, that's right, the dollar that's trading around 99.925 to be very precise. It's down, well, technically flat levels, but still failing bit potentially because of the potential intervention in the Japanese yen here. Let's also take a look at GBP, that is the pound, and what's happening with this right now. It's trading around the 1.3481 to be very precise region, set for its best monthly performance that it's had since the month of April against the dollar as well as the euro as of today, showing little immediate reaction to news that the UK budget will be brought forward. And we also have the USD INR, the Indian rupee. Let's take a look. Oh my God, it is settled at 95.3 at the moment. So the Reserve Bank of India's net foreign exchange forward book market shrank slightly to $103.3 billion as of June, which is a reduction of near tenor dollar liabilities that had outweighed a rise in longer tenor ones, likely reflecting certain absorption of dollar inflows. So you have the USD INR pair that's also down 0.3% on the day.
Thank you, Sia. Whoa. Shout out to Pete Weber, for anyone that doesn't know who that famous bowler was. One of the most epic celebrations to win a tournament ever. We got the Z's. Dara, get the news before it happens. Well, it would. Adara's pretty amazing, but if she could get the news before it happens, that would just take it to another level, to a whole nother level.
Whether the markets are moving to the upside or the downside, tradertv.live is always on trend. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe to join us every single day the markets are open.
You know, I just noticed something. Everybody shot those the like and subscribe. Everyone's is very nice and cheerful, and they're smiling. And Joe's like, this trade has lots of upside. And then I hit him with,
I pity the fool that doesn't hit the like and subscribe button.
Maybe I'm just not a nice person. I should shoot a new one. I should have one that's a little bit like rosy, where I'm saying something really friendly. But anyways, that's really old. Fabian, we should do another one. I've said this a million times. That's at least 3 years old now. And I can tell because you notice these things about yourself. But this NVIDIA move, just to keep in mind, if you're thinking about this as window dressing, and by the way, I just punched out of Lucid. I should at least let you guys know. volume bottoming tail candle. I'm like, let's get out because we're getting into the close. This move here on Nvidia, if it's window dressing end of the month, it's a NASDAQ stock. We're not going to know what's up with the imbalance until 350. Unlike these names you'll see on the New York, SMR is an 8 million buy already. It's 324. 8 million buy on SMR. And that's the one that stands out. The UiPath is pretty small, only 1 million shares. Ford's 1.3 million. But end of the month, you do tend to see bigger action on the imbalances. It is expected to be that there could be some real volatility. Obviously, Nvidia is now on the radar. I'm going to throw a chart up. SMR is going to be on my radar for sure automatically because it's the only big imbalance that's showing. And then the other charts can be Nvidia, and then we'll see what else does show up there. So yeah, I'm expecting, we could see some fireworks at the close. I don't know if I'm going to want to put anything on until we get at least closer to 350 or definitely after that 350 mark for sure. That's pretty insane. Oh yeah, what was that stock that was halting again? ZTG. So what actually happened here?
It's at 34.
It still has a 34 gap.
Yeah. That's just
it's been halted for 20 minutes now. And it's still indicating an open at $34.
That would be absolutely disastrous.
That's insane.
That would be disastrous.
Because if people shorted this and were in the money shorting the down halt, and then it goes up
to the top.
No, it can't possibly do that. That would be the ultimate.
So you don't think that it could possibly do that?
It's crazy.
Yeah, of course. That's madness. I hope for people's sake that it doesn't. Gorev.
It's not opening at 8x.
No.
After a down halt.
No, it's not. Yo, it's not funny.
It's no
but
way.
That is crazy.
Oh, it's funny for the shorts. Well, you know what? It's
not because you're done. You're done.
There's a short right now that is
over. It's officially
freaking out.
It's Vince Carter.
Oh, that's your. That's
yeah.
If it's an individual
it's
trader, that's
Vince Carter over.
That's crazy.
It's not funny. 10 seconds.
No, there's nobody. It's not going to open up here. It's not going. I don't think that's going to happen. That's pretty.
You think that's wrong?
What can be happening is so the stock has done 700,000 shares of total volume on the day. It's incredibly illiquid. Right? And that's with it going up on volume and then coming down with a down halt. It's still less than 1 million shares on a $4 stock. So there might just be nobody putting orders into the auction because they have no idea when it's going to open, and there's such little open interest. And there happens to be a few people who just want to get out, and they're just crazy market orders or aggressive limit orders, and that's how you get that crazy of a tap. It has nothing to do with it opening there. I guess it could open up there. I just don't think it's going to. Just market mechanics, for sure.
So is that? Oh yeah. So, but it can still remain closed because that name INHD remained closed past 4 o'clock as well.
It's very possible.
Right.
Very possible
so it may not open back up.
That's real. Yeah.
It may not open back up. All right. We got a lot of tags here in the chat, Neil. We're gonna go through them. My boy Gorev, 5-minute confirmation, shooting star at the top at the highs. Beautiful signal there, Gorev. Let's see if this is gonna come into play here for NVDA. And then we have an actual comment here that's following up, and I think is really important to correlate with what we actually have going on here. And it states as followed by our fellow options friend Ozan. Gamma is going to gamma. I missed my call selling 5 cents on NVDA. Well, you didn't want to write those because you would be destroyed too. You'd be up but I know exactly what you're getting at. If you were buying these $200 calls literally 15 minutes ago, then you're having a completely different day. Look at this, Neil. This is the contract itself. $5 all the way up to $1.38. That's 1,300%. You would write that now, if anything, Ozan. But if you were writing those $5 before that, again, just what happens with this ZTG, it's over. It's officially over for you. Like it's done. There's nothing you can do about it. So, but yeah, really big time movement. Our boy Trapman for real got those. So, congratulations to you guys, and I'm glad that you guys cooked up a story.
I have to address this.
Yeah, pull it up.
Shout out to Viral Point of View on TikTok. Why is everyone bald now? I've been gone too long. Well, I mean, the funny thing about that is you don't have to have been, if you haven't watched the show in a while, first of all, I haven't had that much hair anyways. Joe, you've been doing it for a while. I feel like it's just normal, it's part of life, but it's just a good look.
It just accelerated.
And the crazy thing that you guys don't know is we had this meeting the other day, and it was decided that because Sean and I are starting to lose our hair, that everybody should at least go bald, which I think is going to be a problem for Fabian and One. Because One's got a great looking cloth back there. I see you laughing. Adara wouldn't know. I'm talking about the dude.
Is this real? Is this meeting real?
Yeah, the meeting's real. It's happening.
Adara,
No,
you're
I'm
fine.
actually asking, did this
It's just the boys. It's not. You're good. You're good.
You can obviously join. You're more than welcome.
No, I don't know if it's sarcasm. That's
do you want to?
You can. Everyone's invited.
I would assume that you wouldn't want to as well.
It's funny. It's funny to know because
I don't. So you know.
I don't think Tiffany nor Sia knew when I had hair before. I don't think they were here when the kid had hair. Maybe Sia came.
It wasn't that long ago.
Were you here when I had hair?
It was not that long ago.
Yeah, you have a photo, but yeah, before that. But don't forget, we started here. We had hair before that. All right, it sounds like is our guy ready? No,
I don't know. Well, we're gonna go to One at some point, obviously, and I may or may not be joking about that. I'm probably joking about it, but. Maybe I'm not.
Yeah, we balled, Brooke. Don't worry about that.
No, I am joking. We're just having some fun. It's not. It's just a personal choice.
I kind of. It's not.
Just very quick. No, I'm making
for
it up.
you maybe. Oh.
What?
Oh, for to go bald, a personal choice.
Well, I do have some hair left. Like I'm shaving it. Like I have hair. I have hair. I don't have a lot of hair.
I mean, I have hair as well too, but it's just a matter if it looks correct. Or not.
All right, let's change the subject back to the market.
All right.
You're getting that correction in Nvidia.
I'm trying the short again.
And I think it's going to go back through this 200. I don't want to put anything on until closer to the imbalances. But you might be right about just the 200 level. It just broke down here. Ooh, I want to look. I shouldn't have got at SMCI. I might hop back into this sucker because that didn't break the top. Here, I'm gonna weasel. Sharif always says weasel back into stuff.
Yeah, you can weasel in.
So I'm going to weasel back into SMCI because that didn't break the top. And I like this one because then if I get continuation through VWAP and it's a sell imbalance, it's relatively weak compared to those. Don't make me chase. And then I just had to chase over to Larry Bird. 33 in case you don't know. So if I say Larry Bird, that means I got in at 33. If I say Magic Johnson, it means I got in at 32.
Okay,
you're in Nvidia.
The top is dropping here on ZTG.
Yeah, it was never going to open at 34. It was never opening at $34.
That would have been disastrous.
Let's be real.
Yeah, all right, so there it is. My boy Gaurav in the short as well, too. I mean, this is our third attempt here on the short in regards to NVDA. We got to get prepared to take some out here, ladies and gentlemen. So not too bad of a look whatsoever. Let's see if we get some downwards momentum. I'm going to try to hold this to 199.50, but if price action turns around and you see that through the tape, that every little sell-off gets bought right back up, we could turn this thing around and continue on within the northeast trajectory that we were on. But also, it's really important. And like we have fun in games, but there's also science behind everything. Ozan said gamma's going to gamma, right? So what does that mean? What is this guy talking about? We were having fun and making light of it. So what happens here, I'll just give you a brief explanation and in as layman's terms as I possibly can, is when you're out of the money, okay? So say we're at 185, we were trading out, or we'll do it in real time. So we're at 195 roughly around the low of the day. And you have all of these open interest contracts exposed to your gamma. That's when you have the acceleration towards the specific strike price. And once it hits at the money and in the money, everybody starts panicking. And with that acceleration, what happens is the rate of change within the contract moves faster and faster and faster, and everybody starts to panic and they look to get out. And what do you need to do if you're on the short side of things? You need to buy back shares, hence why it's squeezing through the level, because if you get caught offside and you get assigned by the end of the day, well, congratulations, you are short the underlying asset from that specific level. So when Ozan's saying is gamma will gamma, is that when you have an outstanding amount of open contracts with high levels of gamma exposure, your Greeks, then you can run into a world of trouble and you see an immense amount of volume start to step into the market.
There you go. That's why we call them Joey options.
That's what it is.
That's how we roll, Joe.
That's how we roll.
We got another super chat up here. Yeah. It is, of course. Now the names are going to start to roll in. First of all, thank you for the super chat. I see it's in Canadian dollars, so you'll be enjoying a day off on Monday. Well, you shouldn't be, because if you're watching the show, we'll be here. Newest Bald Gang Initiate. So welcome to the club, Joe and Neil. Thoughts on SpaceX earnings next week?
Man, these guys,
remember SpaceX earnings. Man. SpaceX discussion on how the business is going. That's what it is. So update on SpaceX and then say how it's going. I'm not expecting that there's any numbers. Like, the numbers are not going to be anything that are going to wow you given what the market cap is. It's going to be about convincing us that you have enough momentum for future growth to justify the lofty expectations. And then on top of that, because there are going to be a lot of questions about the merger, I feel like I want to hear something along the lines that if there was a merger with Tesla, that we would do it in a way to try to preserve shareholder value, or maybe some kind of a forward timeline that wouldn't be too soon. Because I feel like if they do that too soon, it would be I think it would be nasty. But again, we're gonna find out next week. I'm not overly bullish on it going into earnings, as you can obviously tell, despite the fact that I have a small position in it and intend on buying more. I just feel like I have to let it fall further before we do.
What are you trying
Let's
to
go
get
up to
at,
the
Juan?
desk. Because we have
before we do.
Something else?
Juan, brother, you're accepted anyways, but I don't know. Look at the handsome fellow Juan himself.
Yes.
But bro, you're not quite there yet. You still have a solid head of hair, man. Bald, it's pretty short though.
It's good short.
It's good stuff, man. Look at the grin on this.
He's making it work.
Fella. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that works.
You
could do it.
What a stud. All right, we're sending over. We'll let the man speak. Send it over to Juan.
He's going to be telling us about the Asian markets, because we were talking about this off camera one. There were some crazy moves in some of these markets, especially the Kospi. So let's get right into it.
Thank you, Adara. And just to comment on Neil there, I actually got that haircut right before I came here to Canada, so it wasn't too bad. But anyway, like Adara said, some really record historic numbers here in Asia, led by tech rally as well as AI optimism. We first take a look at South Korea. The Kospi, up nearly 18% on the day. They had the largest single day percentage gain in its history. We have memory titans like Samsung up nearly 28+%. SK Hynix was nearly up 30% on the day. A lot of frantic global buying back into those memory titans. And apart from that, the government also announcing a 20 trillion won sovereign wealth fund that will help to invest more in AI, semiconductors, as well as data centers in South Korea. So good news coming out of South Korea. Over in Taiwan, they also recorded their largest single-day point expansion ever, as their market anchor, TSMC, hit their maximum 10% daily limit up. So the main theme coming out of Asia, a lot of tech and AI spending. Now, Nikkei 225, Japan, also up by about 4%, completely shrugging off that earthquake in the middle of the week. Tech skyrocketing. We have the names such as Advantes up by 16%, Tokyo Electron up by more than 6%, Kyokusei Holdings as well as SoftBank also up on the day. Bank of Japan also choosing to keep their rates at 1% with an 8-1 vote, so one dissent. So the board also noted that core inflation might exceed that of 2% in late 2026 due to, of course, higher wages and import costs. But it's also suggesting a potential rate hike depending on economic data later throughout the year. So what should we focus on the open on Monday or Sunday evening? Following these historic surges in Taiwan as well as South Korea, you got to face the fact that there's going to be some heavy profit taking happening on those bourses. So check early volumes in both regions. See if the capital keeps chasing hardware or if it goes into the defensive sector. Now, China's now facing a 2.5 trillion yuan liquidity test. So monitor if those tech board volumes carry into the new month, or if capital continues to enter high growth electronics. And of course, we have to talk about oil, Brent crude now at around $87 a barrel. So watch the weekend ticker. If anything drops below $85 per barrel, you could see some automated buying into, of course, regional logistics as well as transport sectors on Monday's open.
Yeah, lots to watch out for, guys. Again, that's Sunday where you'll get that Asian market open, and you can check out this desk with Juan and myself every weekday from 11:30 a.m. We do the Euro close, 3:30 p.m. We do the Asian markets. Lots to look out for as we send you back to Neil and Joe for the final dregs of Power Hour.
Final dregs. 10 minutes until the imbalances, everybody. It looks like, I mean, you could barely tell, but that random stock, ZTG, it doesn't make sense to me because I have prints as if it opened for a few seconds, did a couple thousand shares, and then went into a halt again. That doesn't really make a ton of sense, but apparently it still is. The tap's all over the place. It's going from 380 to 425 to 540 to 430. So I can't really tell you what is going on with this thing. It is getting pretty late in the session, so remember, if it's halted within the last 10 minutes, then it's not opening till 4 o'clock. The early look still has SMR showing an 8 million buy imbalance. Nike wasn't there before, now 1.3 million to the buy side. We won't get any NASDAQ names until 350. That's when you'll get to see what is or isn't happening with Nvidia after it already made that, what are we calling it? It's little mini squeeze. They're above 200 and it's still trying to go. So yeah, let's go 10 minutes. 10 minutes until the imbalances. I'm probably, the closer you get to the imbalances, I don't have to tighten the stop yet, but if this bounces off VWAP again, I'm just going to get it all out. Quick scalp on SMCI. Really nothing too crazy happening outside of Nvidia, and I think this ZTG going into the close. Potentially SMR. With an 8 million imbalance, the stock has only done 19 million shares on the day. So I suspect this one could be some decent fireworks on this small modular name.
Yeah, Blicky, you cold, man.
What? What's Blicky saying?
Blicky said Nike sold out of the Gary Paytons this morning. That stock isn't going anywhere.
The glove.
Yeah.
The glove getting the look. Man, the glove was
cold,
legit.
man, my boy.
The glove was legit.
Nike will be delisted. That's the big Blick energy. Okay, all right, good one. The newest bald gang. Oh, man.
It's a thing now.
Dara. Man, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look bad, though. It kind of looks like one of the actresses. I'm trying to think of her name. Oh, who's the lady in... the person who is with the magic guy. Who's the magic guy in the Marvel universe? Why isn't it coming to me? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. No. The Uma Thurman or whatever.
Huh? Uma Thurman's not in Marvel.
She's not?
Uma Thurman? She's not in Marvel.
You're
thinking of Scarlet Witch.
Am I? The one that like kind of sends what's his name out of body experience?
No, I know.
You know what scene I'm talking about?
It's Scarlet Witch. That's Scarlet Witch.
No, man, it's like she's like a
Wanda
monk or something
Maximoff.
like that.
I have no idea who the actress. I have no clue who
No,
plays.
man, no, I'm not talking about Elizabeth Olsen. I'm not talking
Elizabeth
about
Olsen. There you go.
No, I'm not talking about her. Trust
Well, then
me,
I don't
I'm
know
not.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now I just don't know what's going on anymore. It doesn't matter.
Yo, Notorious.
Now I'm just confused here.
Notorious
You're just confusing everybody.
Yeah. Uma Thurman. Yeah, there, it's that one. She's in a Marvel movie, trust me. Yeah, Notorious Tinklebird might be the funniest person in the chat. There's no question about it, man. This guy's, here's this individual.
Oh, okay, I know. Now I know.
You know who? Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're talking about the ancient one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I not right? Am I not wrong?
Tilda something.
Yeah, I'll figure it out right now. But anyways, that's for the market, guys. Joey is lost. Yeah.
There it is. Thank you, Mario Fario in the chat. Tilda Swinton as the ancient one. That's who you're talking about.
Is that who it is?
Look, first of all, though, I'm not blaming. I know my comic book movies.
Yeah.
I'm blaming you for being terrible at describing what you're talking about. Because I would have gotten that if you had any kind of a reasonable.
Get out of here, Amin.
Tilda Swinton says that's like she's the doctor. She's the one that guards the stone, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's a part. Who hands it over to Doctor Strange and says, "Yeah, you're now the new guardian." Is that Hulk? Yeah, Hulk. That's it. To Bruce Banner. And knocks him out of anything. Yeah, I'm sorry.
The chat's got jokes.
Notorious Dinkelberg is probably the funniest person. Trader TV Live. I'm not even going to refer to the actual name. I'm going to just add Trader TV Live and just, there we go. Come on, you didn't know. You just said it after everybody else said it. Oh. But yeah, Notorious Dinkelberg, definitely the funniest person in the chat. All right, guys. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to hop out of this NVDA trade because it just doesn't want to break down. We got that $200 marker, but now we're about 30 cents OTM on this bad boy. And as soon as it cracks the high of the day, which I do feel we're on the trajectory to do so, then it's just an invalid. We already had 2 nice little moves to the downside on this. Both trend line breaks, and I think we would have had to follow the same notion with that one to say, yeah, we got to get out of that one. All right, let's send it back over to the desk.
Let's take a look at crypto markets. So you have Circle Internet Groups, that is CRCL, the issuer of USDC. That is the world's 2nd largest stablecoin, has announced today that it has secured a limited purpose trust charter from the New York Department of Financial Services, that is the NYDFS. So the charter is an official state banking authorization that allows the holder to legally provide fiduciary custody and asset management services under the banking law in New York. That's New York banking law. So the Jeremy Eller, that's the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of Circle, has said, earning a New York trust charter has been a long-standing objective for a Circle given the regulatory clarity that comes with it. Circle down 2.2% on the day. Let's take a look at levels for BTC, Solana, and Ethereum. BTC trading around $62,900 region. It's down almost 3% on the day. You have Solana that's also down almost 2% on the day. That's trading around the $73 region to be precise. And Ethereum down 2.6% on the day, trading around $1,800 region.
Yeah, not too good for crypto, despite the fact that the market was up today.
Yeah.
But now we only have 5 minutes to go till the imbalance here. Yeah, I'm just going to go break even stop. Not even going to give it to the highs. I just feel like I just watched Nvidia break out the top. So it's getting pretty close to those imbalances. If this comes out a sell, that will be wild. Like this could end up like $2 or $3 down if it comes out of sell. But we're not going to know for another 4 minutes. Someone could be fronting a big buy imbalance, but we don't really know that. We're just going to find out like everybody else at 350. But it seems like Nvidia, that's the biggest one. Like there's nothing really going ham. Like the market's not doing anything crazy. Like the reason why the focus on Nvidia right now is look at AMD. Like it's barely off the lows. It's doing absolutely nothing. Micron's literally not moving right now. The market is barely even moving. And soon free 81. Thank you for the super chat. Microsoft, please.
Soon free.
Soon free.
Yeah.
Microsoft, like almost everything else, is not moving a heck of a lot right now. But we cannot forget how unbelievable of a quarter they had and the reaction to those earnings. It's off the schneid. Everyone's now back to focusing on the fact that they've got just oodles and oodles of growth coming out of Azure, and not so much that they got lumped into the software trade there. So giving some credit to Copilot as well. So good luck there.
Oh, Copilot,
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm the only one. Anyways.
Are you still using it? No, I use it.
It's not. Yeah, I'm on Edge every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Another super chat here from Jeff.
Oh,
Jones
Assassino
Jr.
thinks it's funny. You hear that chuckle?
The Jason Statham twins giving market commentary. I look like Jason Statham.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like we couldn't have thought of like another dude.
You can't come up with someone like.
Yeah, no, like out of all the people.
Give me like Michael Jordan or something. I don't know. Get like.
Jordan.
Give me a brother with a bald head.
Jason
Statham.
Bald head, man.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I like him in a bunch of things, but like, Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Take it as a compliment.
Shout out to
it's Nvidia.
Are you a big transfer? Don Cheadle is a good one as well too. Don Cheadle. We love Don Cheadle.
That's he's a great actor. He's a great
Terry Crews is another good one. It isn't easy.
I'll take that all day.
You know it's not easy.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
There you go, man. Denzel Washington has hair, Ramin.
I got the shakes that'll make you quake.
Yeah.
I got the fries that'll cross your eyes.
Yeah, man.
I got the burgers.
Crazy.
Oh, I just got burgers.
Yeah, I just got burgers.
Cheeseburger Eddie's a great character.
Cheeseburger
2 minutes
Eddie.
till imbalances. I'm telling you something probably wild is going to happen on Nvidia. You can't know which direction the imbalance is going to go, but it is going to be several million. I feel like we might see a 5 to 10 million imbalance on Nvidia the way this thing is trading, but you're just blindly guessing what it's going to be.
You guys make me laugh.
I'm gonna get out of SMCI because only 2 minutes here. I want to be just looking, staring down Nvidia, and then remember the other thing here. Oh, it's gone. SMCI. It's not SMCI. SMR is no longer an early look 8 million share buy. It's now out of here.
Yo, the disrespect I get around here.
I'm gonna leave that
crazy.
one alone. You definitely pull it off better than
all of them. I think listen, I might be the best looking dude. Well, I'd hope so.
There you go.
Anyways, in that group picture. But yeah, anyway.
First of all, including Dr. Evil that's just wrong.
That is mad wrong.
That's just you know you're wrong for it too, Fabian.
Yeah.
And I'm singling because I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at the group and the production crew, and I'm like 99% sure that Fabian is maybe Ramin did that. Andre's too nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you
no,
did
it was Ramin. It was Ramin.
Yeah, Andre just said straight up, it's not because I'm nice, it's because I don't have a computer that I could have done it.
Oh, that's what everybody was owing about. All right, there you go. All right, don't give Assassino the power. But anyways,
as long as the three of you don't corrupt Tiffany, who's perfectly nice.
I think it's too late.
And doesn't do and never has a misstep.
No, but I have
no shenanigans. It's completely professional.
I have the
rest of our production crew.
Listen, Tiffany.
Habitual line steppers. Although we all love Ramin.
I have the utmost confidence in Tiffany.
Ramin sometimes brings candy.
Do not sway to the dark side with them.
All right, 10 seconds to go till the imbalances come out. You're probably gonna want to be. I'll have this up, but the chart's gonna be on Nvidia. My brain is telling me there's going to be a big imbalancer. We'll have it for you. We'll yell them out. There's going to be, it's the end of the month. There's going to be a lots over 1 million shares. So you don't want to get too overwhelmed. And boom, there we go. I don't even see Nvidia. That's nothing. Apple's a 2.8 million buy. Nvidia's only 2 million. That's a nothing burger. 2 million is, it's not a bad number, but it's not as big as I would have thought. It's at 202 now.
Yeah.
So really just Apple, 2.7 million. Nvidia, 2 million shares. Any other big cap? Microsoft, 1.2. Well, this is obviously going to be an overall buy and balance. Only 666 million? Really? When Microsoft, Nvidia, and Apple are all in the millions to the upside, I would have expected more. CAN's a penny stock, so that's probably not doing anything. Let me just check anyways. Oh, you could. Well, that was pretty good. You have to remember, 19 to 21 is a 10% move, so you probably could have punched that. TWO is a buyout that's closing, so that's probably nothing burger. So Apple here, what is Apple doing? That got a bit of a bid here for Apple. But the disappointment was I was hoping, maybe morbidly, that Nvidia, after this big run up, would have been a sell imbalance, and then that would have been an opportunity. Because if it did that run and a sell imbalance hits, you just punch short. But it is a buy and balance, so kind of a nothing burger. And it's not big enough that I'd want to be buying tops. 1.8 million. Nvidia's done 98 million shares today. That imbalance is nothing. So no chasing of this move whatsoever.
Nice. Yeah, beautiful stuff. I mean, Gorev, nice from being at 108 daily. Yeah, let's go. Midwest strong. Let's go, man. Congratulations to you, man. No one ever doubted you, and if they did, they placed their bets in the wrong place, that's for sure, Midwest. Let's rock and roll. 202, I said we're going to tap into that level here, guys. We almost did here on NVDA, so 202, looking pretty good, and a nice, strong recovery. Gamma squeeze right here. Hey, listen, it's such a heavily weighted name. Float is so large, so it's not crazy like we see in the lower cap, but still, that was some strong price action followed by volume, so some good stuff. Are we going back over to the desk there?
Are we?
No. Okay, I just heard. So when I hear them, that's my motive for us to send it back. But look, tap on ZTG. Tap on ZTG or ZTG, whatever you guys would like to call it, tomato. $3.28. We halt at 445, so the short's working out there. Casey, Bovin, all the small cap traders in the chat, thank you guys all for joining us once again. And everyone else, Gorev, Los Pollos Hermanos, I haven't seen in a while. Everyone, Midwest, Trav, my boy Trav, man, for real. Blicky, we have in the chat. We have Cheezers, Notorious, Dinklebird, Save Man Woman in the chat. Ben Affleck was with us throughout the majority of the day. My boy Vin Vici also in the chat. Medical Meatballs. I guess I'm doing roll call right now.
It is
Don
now.
Backup, Peace, Big Wick Energy, KC526, everyone in the chat. The Elmo's love goes, oh, go Canada, and Anna we got as well too. So a bunch of love from my way, sending your way, man. I hope everyone has a fantastic week.
I'm gonna give a few more.
You're gonna give Scott H.
No, I'm gonna give it to
How could I forget?
Yeti360 over there on TikTok.
Yeah.
Super Juice, Amon, Andre King, for sure. LMNO. Give a shout out to Bravely monitoring, of course, as well, because we haven't shouted him out today.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is it's a lot of fun Friday in the afternoon. You can't be guaranteed that you'll get the action that we've seen.
Binge cuts
all
off.
this craziness on
Binge
Nvidia.
cuts off.
But some fun. Some people throwing shade. Obviously.
Oh yeah, I catch
some
shade.
interesting pictures.
It's a part of my day-to-day routine. I have to wake up and prepare myself in the morning for the shade. That
makes you mentally
I
strong.
don't know what Ramin's gonna get up to, so I just have to think and mentally prepare myself.
You ever notice that Ramin never anything bad happened to me? Because all you have to do is be nice to Ramin.
I'm mad nice. I get her Tim Hortons all the time.
Ramin's good peoples. Everyone's good peoples around here. We just have a lot of fun. Like obviously the crew is we have a fantastic crew that makes us look and sound fantastic and makes the show what it is here. It's not just the faces that you see on in front of the camera. Like there's a lot that goes into it. Like you guys wouldn't even know that when we came in this morning. Nothing was working on the production side.
I love you, Travis.
Like Andre walked in, nothing was working, and Randy and Andre had to get this stuff going just so we could even put on the show. So you know, it is what it is. Like a lot goes into it that you guys don't know. So it's not 30 seconds till the close, but at 3:55, often what happens is large imbalances will pair off. So Nvidia, which has grown to 3 million, Apple, which is 3 million to buy. I would suspect you might see a bit of a change in those imbalance numbers in about 20 seconds. I'm gonna make a locator that only has those two names. In queue, that way I can see if they pair, if they flip, I'll be able to tell rather quickly. So we're gonna see what happens here with those two names in about 7 seconds. Who's giggling back there? Someone's giggling back there.
Hey, come on, share it with the rest of us.
What, Sia?
I lost the password to X and I texted Brendan that I need the password and he just said, haha.
There you go.
Come on, Brendan.
You're not
share.
getting it, man.
So as suspected, both those imbalances paired off. But they didn't really move. Nvidia didn't really fall off of that. It did move a little bit, but not by much. So yeah, I'd say I call that a little bit of a nothing burger. It did stop going to the upside. What is Apple doing here? It topped out at 310 and pulled back when that imbalance flipped. Taylor Ratty, haha, is the password. I don't have the button for Joe's laugh.
I don't have the haha. That's not even mine, man. That's Spice Adams. That's Spice Adams. You know Spice Adams.
Yeah, but you're the one that has the button to make it go.
My guy.
Just saying. So yeah, I think that pair of the imbalances is what just caused that little turnaround there in Apple. Little bit of a turn there in the Qs to end the day. It didn't really feel like we were going to have an update today. You know, like, take a step back. The Nasdaq's up 0.9. The ES is up 0.8. And at about 10 o'clock, I don't think anybody had that feeling. So, you know, cue it up to the dip buyers. The dip buyers put in work today. No questions asked. Shout out to, we got Canadian there, viewer from TikTok. Thank you for the gift. Our community just tiered up. There you go. Every day, this community here at Trader TV Live always seems to tear up. We have a lot of fun.
No, you ain't blocked.
Think of how boring trading is if you're just doing it by yourself. You're sitting in front of your computer. You know, you've got your mind and your charts. That's what it's all about here. We're just trying to see what's happening in the markets, try to make some money, and try to make some trades, and try to share some knowledge, and then enjoy ourselves while we're doing it, for sure. That's the idea around the show, and hopefully everyone has enjoyed it here today, despite all the the crazy weird ball talk and everyone throwing shade at a good guy like Joe.
It was crazy. You would think
gotta be like that.
Yeah, sometimes it.
First of all, I'm not doing this. I'm not the person putting that on
put
screen.
The poll. No, we should do the poll.
There's only
the poll, right? Because you got 4
seconds
options.
left.
Who did it? There's only 4 seconds left.
Hold on a second.
Oh, and between the pull it back up.
I'll see how fast I can do this.
We love Joe's. I know. I appreciate you guys.
Did it best.
Who did it best? 1 being Dr. Evil. 2 Joe. 3. If you guys mad disrespectful, if you put 4 in there.
What? And then, what's his name again? Oh, now I'm already forgetting as I'm trying to type.
Crazy.
Oh, Pitbull.
Yeah, Pitbull.
And then.
Or say no. Let's make it fun, Mr. 305.
And then Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now everybody
this
vote.
disrespect is crazy.
I have to start it. I just typed.
Listen, I would.
Start voting now.
Listen, choose
Now you
wisely
can vote.
now. Choose wisely now.
Who did it best?
Choose wisely now. Who's leading it? It's not even close. Man, it's
I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. 2 minutes to go. Get your votes in. Be nice.
Crazy.
Joe.
I in second place. We'll take it,
Mr.
man.
Clean.
Yeah, Mr. Clean.
Not even
man. That's
real.
Crazy. You did it best.
Not
That's
even
wild.
real as we take it into the close, everybody. So
spins.
unfortunately, I think I just jinxed the market a little bit because now we're starting to drop even.
Bang. There we go. Oh,
But,
yeah.
less than 2 minutes to go until we close. Maybe you'll make a comeback.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I've seen a lot of twos hit the chat.
I see a few people trying to help this out for you, Joe.
Brooke trades. I'll remember that.
Mr. Clean's getting a lot of
I'm going to
votes.
screenshot all this, and then anytime you guys ask me a question, I'm going to go back and see if you voted 2 or 4, and if it turns out to be a 4, I ain't answering your question.
That's petty. That's petty.
Is it though?
Yes, it is petty.
All right, 52 votes.
I
took the lead. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
So threatening the chat apparently works.
No, it's all love, man.
No, but you literally threatened the chat.
I did, didn't I?
That what you literally threatened the chat.
I did.
That was a direct threat to the chat.
Hey, listen, you know, what did they say in A Bronx Tale? Would you rather be loved or feared? Would you rather be loved? I want to be loved at the end of the day.
Yeah, you want to be loved more.
I do want to be loved. I want to be loved more than feared. Brooks, I won't forget, though.
Hey, well, you got there. We have less than 30 seconds. I'm going to end the poll at exactly 4 o'clock. And then whatever happens, happens. So everyone's putting the 2s in there for Joe. I want to thank everyone for tuning in here. It's been a wild one. The market's going to close. Nothing you can do about this drop at the end of the day, but it's still going to close green. So nice try. Nice try, Bears. Yeah, you can flush it. It's still going to be a green day for the market. So shout out to the dip buyers here with about 10 seconds to go. And a big shout out to Origenics for sponsoring the closing bell. That's OGEN on the NYSE. Man, it's always a blast on Friday.
It is.
Fridays it's so much more fun.
Let's pull up the poll one time. Look at the absolute landslide.
A couple of seconds. There was one more too, so we'll end it right there.
There we go.
And the winner is Joe. So Joe, you did it best.
There we go.
I mean, you beat out.
The competition isn't too tough.
You Dr. Evil, a fictitious character, and Pitbull. So you take your win.
I appreciate you, man.
Of course. You gotta take that one down for sure.
That's
Adam James Abroad, Mr.
Go back.
That was too fast. That was too fast. I couldn't even read it.
I don't know.
What was wrong with the super chat?
Yeah, let's go.
Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah.
Mr. 305 over Timu Pitbull till the cows come home.
The disrespect is crazy.
That was a good one.
Man.
All right, what's the other super chat?
The other one, man.
Overweight spider. I don't like spiders.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of spiders.
Yeah.
Low-key is what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but that being said, like you get over that fear really quickly when my daughter's afraid of spiders too, so I don't have a choice but to be brave.
Yeah.
All kidding aside, Joey, we love you, bro. And
of course.
Family. There
Big love. You know who Xander Cage is?
Yeah.
Who is Xander Cage, Sia? Okay, tell me who, please. All right, there we go. That's what
I was gonna say.
So give me a little bit tougher competition next time. We'll put up Xander Cage, aka Vin Diesel, up there, Jason Statham, and maybe a couple other ones to see how we work out in that talent pool. But once again,
good luck beating Vin Diesel.
I have the utmost faith in the people.
Have fun.
I think they'll be real with me. Xander Cage.
Big shout out to everybody. We had an absolute blast, of course. As I said this morning, nothing was working when we came in. So first things first, big thank you to Randy and Andre as Assassino to get us up and running so we could do the show. You guys don't even know. Everything was seamless today. Big shout out, of course, to the rest of the team. Fabian, Andre, Tiffany. Shout out to Brendo. Everyone. Shout out to Sia. Shout out to Adara. Shout out to all of our viewers. One, you're not actually going to have to shave your head. I was just joking. Shout out to him. He's doing a fantastic job as well. And of course,
I know, dude.
Sharif and yourself in the midday. And you're stepping in for Sean all day long. That's
all
the thing.
Day long.
Joe was on all day today. Didn't even take a break. Eating while on the show. Sean will be back on Monday. So for Joe. For myself. It's Caravana weekend around here. So it's always going to be fun.
What are you doing?
So I have like a family members that always do a party. I don't really do the parade anymore.
I know Seal.
Not really. I'm sure the young people are probably have.
Me, no, brother. Maybe I'll go walk around. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Oh, that sucks for the parade.
Yeah, all day.
What was the question?
Caravana, you doing anything?
No, I'm not going.
No?
Oh,
You know, one of the biggest festivals and parties in Toronto, in the city of Toronto, that they do, and no one around here is doing anything for Caravana. My excuse is that I'm old and I don't do it anymore.
See, it would be a completely different story if I was Sia's age, but I'm not.
When I was young, trust me, like it's Caravana weekend.
I lived for this weekend back in the day.
That's
yeah. Love you guys.
If you know, you know. So with that, everybody, we're Trader TV Live. Have a great weekend. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning at 8 a.m. We out.
Nice one.